Yay!
Woo!
What's up, everybody? Hello, hello, hello. We're finally back with AllFunNDice.
Yeah.
After all this time.
Yeah.
If there is any issues at all, guys, make sure to stay tuned because this computer in the other room is kind of giving us a little bit of glitches just because we have 5 million things plugged into it. So, nothing we can do about that. Before we start, just going to test the audio on each side. You guys let us know how it sounds. Tell us how everything looks, etc., etc. Does it sound okay for everybody in chat right now? I'm just like reading it right now.
Also, we're down a couple players tonight. Oh, this morning. It's not tonight. What am I saying?
I'm all by myself over here.
Yeah.
Except for Saber.
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 There you go.
There she is.
There she is.
She's live.
Sound is good.
Yeah. So for this session, we will be down. Hopefully by the next one, they will be able to return.
Okay. Yeah, so sounds good. Just like I said, if anything happens, we will return. So you should have about 90 seconds for us to come back on, but should be good. Hopefully everything works. And yeah.
All right, we'll jump right in. All right. So our story began along the journeyman's path. The early spring sky hung dreary and gray as a young woman, Eerie, stepped ever closer to a strange collection of new friends. Since their meeting, they fought giant rabbits, saved a village from the grasp of a strange musical phantom, and taken a hard look at themselves, following the death of an innocent man. Most recently, after discovering the life-changing tale of Lona's possible involvement in Merchant King Elia's death, our ragtag group of adventurers continued onwards towards Von Drassel. Along the way, they traded with a traveling merchant, took a much-needed bath, and arrived at a small town of Persimmon, strangely stuck in the last of winter's grasp. After an evening of gambling at Anchor's Ridge, the dramatic appearance of a frostbitten woman out of the nearby Sturgeon's Grove stirred the party into action. After doing all they could to help exhausted and confused, our group slept for the night. And this is where we shall begin tonight's session of AllFunNDice.
Yeah.
So
We're starting the morning after?
Yep. So it's the morning of Vials.
The day of Isles.
The 30th of Lurbenin. You guys all rented separate rooms in Anchor's Ridge last night. Nak stayed in the room with a frostbitten woman who you guys don't know much about. She hadn't woken when you guys left, so you guys are all awakening today.
Was I sharing a room with Moa?
I thought I was sharing a room with Nat.
Okay, everybody shared a room then.
Okay.
Yeah, my apologies. So you wake up with Will, Gray and Lona wake up together, and you wake up with Nak. My apologies.
What a sleep. It's felt like months.
I had the strangest dream.
Yeah.
Sleeping and sleeping and sleeping.
We were all in a coma.
Hibernation.
Yeah,
It
seriously.
is winter.
Yeah. Alright, so Pippin, will wake up and head down to the bar and get some breakfast.
Okay. So as you go down, you pass by some windows in the abandoned ship that you guys are staying in on this Anchor's Ridge. And you can see that the snow that had been falling last night had slowly petered out at some point. And although you can't tell how warm it is outside, inside is fairly well insulated. But you can see that there's still a thin layer of snow covering the shore. And you can see it all the way to the coast, and you can see it off in the distance. You can see a storm still raging over Sturgeon's Grove, the forest.
Okay, we see this out the windows?
Yep.
Okay. So I'll sit down. Is anyone else awake?
Shortly after, Gray will go down.
Okay. So when you guys get down, you'll see just washing the table as she was when you walked in for the first time. The rest of the bar is empty. There's no one around. You can infer that probably a lot of people either stayed the night and went home early to their farms to check up on things.
What happened to the lady with the frostbitten? Sorry.
She was sleeping when you guys left her. No one stayed with her overnight.
Nobody stayed in the room with her.
Nak did.
Yeah, Nak did.
So Nak's still in the room with
Nak
her?
is still in the room.
Okay,
with her.
so I'll wait till I go after you.
Yeah. So at the bar, there's the tall, white dragonborn woman Orca that you guys had talked to and had a lot of communication with. She is slowly wiping and washing the table.
Good morning, Orca.
Good morning.
Could I get some breakfast, please?
Of course, it's on the house for your help with that woman.
Oh,
And
Thanks.
she'll dish some out to you as well,
Oh.
Gray, as you sit
Morning,
down.
morning, Gray.
Good morning, Pip.
How'd you sleep?
Oh, peachy.
Really?
I didn't sleep.
Oh,
No.
you still look really tired.
I still am.
You
very
just have
tired.
bags under your eyes all the time.
Yeah, like 5 years ago, they just kind of stayed there. Which
Yeah?
is weird. But what are they making?
I don't know. I look down at my plate and see what they've presented me with.
So the rations of winter, the winter and its
Pancakes.
extended,
Waffles.
it's just like potatoes. Like 3 different potatoes served different ways. One's shredded, one's cubed, and then it's just a baked potato. And then the center is like a small egg.
It's like a soup potato in the middle.
Just like father used to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry if it's not enough for you boys.
Well,
Been a
thank
hard
you very
winter
much.
here.
What was your name again?
Yeah, could we?
Orca,
Orca.
I met you last night.
Bad memory.
Orca.
I'm not gonna
Sorry.
lie.
Bad
I wrote
memory.
down orca.
Like-
How?
I wrote down orca, like
Like
an
that-
orca whale.
It is. It's
Oh.
I know that's how. It's not spelled like that, but that
Does
is
she
pretty
I thought you
resemble
said-
an orca
I
whale?
thought you said orchid the second
No.
time, and I was like, oh, I am
No,
very wrong.
orca, O-R-K-A, orca.
Orca.
Thank you,
Could
Yes, dear.
do you want to sit down? I think we maybe should ask you some questions about
Wait.
last night and what's going on.
Well, I'm.
Before you sit, can I
don't-
get some mail?
Well, I am working, so it'll cost you still. 2 silver.
Do
What
you
time is
know?
it, like 9 a.m.?
I'd say it's fairly early.
9 a.m. ale?
I mean, back in the day, anytime is all time.
She doesn't have any other liquid. It's,
Oh,
only,
okay.
it's ale or wine. You
Uh,
can just melt some snow if you want some water.
Orca.
Yes, dear.
How long has this winter been going on?
Well,
We're in Lurbena now. We should be well into spring.
Well, as you know, the end of the year generally, starting Eaglet, is winter.
Yeah, I'm familiar with the calendar.
Well, you did ask. It started then, as normal, but it's been lasting a lot longer than we could have predicted.
So the winter
Almost
never
3
ended.
weeks now.
It's just kept going around here.
We're
You
on
know,
our 4th week.
We just came from Kern and it was well into spring and we haven't traveled that far.
I don't know what to tell you. It's hard to. No one's been able to come and help.
Have you sent
There's
any
something
messengers to the acquisition?
We have, but no one's returned. They've only returned with news that they don't believe in us. They're just saying we want to help, asking for handouts.
I
That's not what kind of
see.
community we are, but
And
they don't really care about small towns like this.
sure, and it looks like it gets worse farther west.
Yeah, we're actually lucky. We've been able to start some of our crops, but I don't know. Rasberg, we haven't heard anything in weeks from them.
And this woman that arrived, do you know anything about her?
I think I recognize her. I think she's the Smith's wife.
The Smith's wife. And is
Yeah.
the Smith in town here?
No, he also resides in Rasberg. We don't have a Smith in Persimmon.
From
It's mostly just farms and
Rasberg.
my
Alright, well,
home and my work in Cruz Rouge.
well, thank you for answering my questions. I'll let you get back to work.
Well, you're the only ones here, so if you wanted to talk still, I wouldn't say no.
And
You
how
got-
long has it been like this for?
It's been almost 4 weeks now that the storm's been raging.
I'll wait to do something because I'm not downstairs yet.
Okay. Did you want to do anything eerie as well? Either of you? As this conversation's going on?
Travis wanted to do something next, so
Yeah.
I'll let him.
Lonan?
Lonan?
Lonan did, you mean?
Who's
What?
Travis?
Who's
Oh,
Travis?
Travis, new player.
Unfamiliar name.
We don't have that name in here. I approach the door that she's sleeping in, and I'm going to. I mean, it's morning time. Have I seen Knack like jump out at all, or is he standing outside the door at all? Or anything?
Nope, the door looks undisturbed from where it was closed last night, so you can't tell if anyone's opened or
Alright.
closed it, but
A soft knock on the door.
the door opens. Hello? And you see this short stature. His beard is much more like wiry and all over the place than it normally is, and you
A
see
wave
Knack.
of alcohol breath hits you.
Oh yeah, it's just like pure like vodka scent walks
Good
out.
morning, Knack. How are
Morning,
you doing
Lonan.
this fine day?
Well, not too hot.
I'm
I'm trying to keep this woman alive all night.
Right. I'm actually here to check on the young lady there from last night,
Yes.
just
Well,
to
she's
make
not
sure.
that young, but
Well, I
In
just want to
college.
make sure that she's okay. Just don't leave her alone, and especially after last night, it did not look so good for her.
well, I wasn't planning on it, but thanks.
Can I see her through like the doors, like sleeping, or is she?
Oh yeah, the door's like open. He's not like peeking.
Oh, okay,
his
he's
head
not-
out.
I thought he
The
was
door open. No, he opened the door and he's like standing, and you can see her laying, and you can see like very slowly her chest like rising and falling with breath.
Okay, so
Like much slower than you would be expecting.
I'll approach her and I sit next to her. Dearie, are you okay? I don't know if she's sleeping, but I'm gonna try to like wake her up a little bit.
Nothing.
No.
If you want, you can try to roll a medicine check to try to wake her up.
Yeah, I'll try to wake her up. That's fine.
Ooh, first roll.
Let's try to.
Saber.
Do you have that die roll thingy?
Here, you can use this one.
Yeah, let me use that guy. That way it's not like super loud. Oh wait, did I roll a d20? This is a 12.
It's been a long time.
Oh man. 4, and then let me see my
So
medicine.
you accidentally like, slap her in the face. But she doesn't actually like nothing. Like her, if you hit her, not like super hard, just like you
Yeah.
kind of like a tap on the cheek,
Okay.
and her face moves, but it just stays there. She doesn't move back. She doesn't like her breathing doesn't even change.
No reaction.
No reaction at
Okay.
all.
She like all bandaged up.
Yeah. Over the night, in like while you guys were trying to heal her before, it was a lot of magics, a lot of like checking over. But over the course of the evening, Knack had bandaged up her face.
Oh, he
So
did?
wrapped
Okay.
around, you can only see her eyes. Her lips are there's this thin slit through the bandages over her lips.
But she's breathing okay, from what I can tell.
It's really, really, really slow, very slow breathing.
How many blankets does she have on her right now?
Knack has there was only like a couple in the room.
Is
but
there
Knack has all
a
of them over.
fireplace in here?
No, it was just a very cheap room that
Okay.
they got for her.
That's fine. Knack, make sure that you keep good care of her. Are you going to rest with her for a while? Are you going to go down for some breakfast?
Well, I'll have to eat. Could someone of you guys bring me a meal?
Yes, I will definitely do
Maybe
that for you, Knack.
maybe Willowa. I could use a hand here.
What room is Willow staying in, just out of curiosity?
I have no idea.
Very well.
I was
so-
quite inebriated last night. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna come back in the room. And he's like, you can see him eyeing the bar as he closes the door. Really slowly.
Okay. So I leave the room, walk over to how many rooms are next to these ones?
We're on the this floor. This room was one of the only like a small handful, maybe 2 other rooms on the ground floor. You guys were all on higher floors that were like.
Okay.
So the way it's like set up is like there's a long hall. That is where like you guys are in where the bar is and the stage, and then the ship is like kind of like sticking up, and there's like 3 floors.
Okay. I walked and knocked on each door, and I continue to try to find Willow if I can. So just knock on each door
Okay.
continuously until I find anybody.
So have you left your room yet, Eerie?
I have not.
Alright, so eventually you hear a knock on the door.
Hello.
And then just
Do I hear it? Like her going,
Do you open the door? You just hear hello.
I stumble out of bed
Okay.
and I pull open the door a little bit, but I don't undo like the chain.
Yeah.
Just kind of.
It's just a really thick hemp rope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess not. Yeah. I will undo my
It's not
rope
that fancy.
that's holding the door closed. I'm like, what do you want?
good morning, Erin. How are you doing this morning?
Tired.
Is Willow happen to be in here?
She's sleeping.
Willow? At this point, I'm not really concerned about her sleeping. I'm just.
So you just barge in.
Yeah. Willow?
He breaks the rope.
Good morning.
So Willow rolls over in bed, and her hair is just gorgeous. Somehow, it's still
Still somehow
amazing.
perfect.
It's amazing. Yes, Ronan.
Good morning. We actually need to make sure that we take care of this lady in the other room.
Has she woken up yet? She's been sleeping for ages.
It seems as if she's not going to be waking up anytime soon. Her breathing seems a little shallow. I'm unfamiliar with medicine. Am I unfamiliar with medicine? As far as my role is, I feel like.
Yeah, well, in general,
Are you proficient?
you've had a lot of training in different things. You haven't really needed to know much about
Yes,
medicine.
I don't think.
Yeah.
I'm unfamiliar with medicine, and it's very hard for me to tell if her breathing is okay or if it's too shallow. I just want to make sure she's okay after that long night she might have had.
Well, isn't Knack down there? He knows what he's doing.
Knack, you know Knack, of course, and his drinking habits, they seem to be getting in the way a lot of his decision making lately.
I'm sure I can control him. And she stands up, her towering figure over yours, and she walks out past you through the
Okay.
door.
Well, thank you very much. Good morning, Erie. I'll meet you down for some breakfast.
As he's saying that, I'm kind of like closing the door on him.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
good morning.
Breakfast. And I'm like,
Okay.
What? Did you want to do anything else?
I'm just gonna head right down to where
Okay.
they are.
I'm going to be just slowly getting ready, like I'm collecting my things. I'm not in
Yeah.
any rush.
Yeah, there's a small bucket of water that was there from last night. It's
I'll
kind of
wash. I'm
pretty
gonna-
cold now, but it will do.
I'm gonna wash up a little bit. And
Yeah.
I'm not really ready to be socially interacting with
No.
Lonan specifically.
Lonan over here. Come sit with us.
Good morning, Pippin.
Yeah.
Nice
I'm
finding
Gray.
Or sorry, Gray.
No, I'm Pippin.
Oh, you're
That's
what,
Gray.
Why'd you say that?
And Gray. You didn't say good morning to
Oh,
Gray. He's
I'm
sitting
so
right beside
sorry.
me.
Yes. Early morning this morning.
Don't you guys all know each other?
I'm actually just gonna go right. I walk up right to the.
They're at the bar.
Oh, they're at the bar. Oh.
Yeah, I don't. And you guys didn't say you were sitting anywhere else, so I assume you're still at the
Yeah.
bar.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
One ale and one breakfast, whichever you have. Not for me myself this morning, however, just for my friend.
Oh, of course. Is the ale for that short one?
Yes. Yes.
Sure is good to be drinking. Isn't he with the woman?
He is, but you gotta make sure that he's doesn't come down to the bar himself. I'm very concerned about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't want her to be left alone.
Right.
I've cleared away my breakfast and I have all my alchemy supplies on the bar, like my beakers and stuff, and I'm making my potions for the day.
You know, because like side-eyeing it, very like concerned.
Yeah.
Like one drop of sweat. Upside down. Okay, you're not gonna eat this morning. It's on the house. You guys have done a lot for this.
No, I will as well too, but I'm
Okay.
yeah,
Here. I'll bring it over to them.
but, to the room themselves.
Oh, you guys are the only patrons I have right now, and it doesn't normally get busy until evening.
Lonan,
Yes.
you checked on Nak. How is the frostbitten woman?
She seems to be breathing rather slowly, from what I can tell. However, Willow is definitely going to be making sure that she's okay. as far
I
as
don't
can
know
tell.
if Willow knows anything about medicine.
She seemed pretty determined when I was up there.
I better have a look at her. So apparently she's from Rasberg. It's a town farther west of here, which we believe might be affected by this same strange winter.
And if they've been having it even worse than here, and temperatures could be colder.
I'm guessing the further west we go, the worse it'll get, probably.
What's
Based-
past Rasberg?
Well, let me pull out my map.
Ooh.
Well, it is on the way to Von Drassil, but if we have not heard anything of any sort of winter coming from Von Drassil, it might just be affecting this local area.
What could be so powerful, or what could be so strong that could do that?
I'm
A
not
wizard's
sure.
tower, a group of crazy fanatics.
Do I know anything about weather magic?
You can roll Arcana. Are you asking specifically about like winter magic or just the weather in general?
Just weather, like affecting weather with magic.
Okay,
the
yeah.
seasons.
Yeah, you can roll. You can roll Arcana.
That is a 14.
You know it's possible. Your time with some magic users has given you a little bit of knowledge, but you don't really know any intricacies of how it works. But you do know it is possible to affect the weather with magic.
Has Orca gone upstairs yet?
Orca has walked over with a big platter. She saw, as you guys are talking, you can see Willow just like scurrying back into a short wave as she walks into the room, and Orca follows shortly behind with 2 platters of food and 1 small ale for Nak.
It's like a kid's meal.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
A taste.
there's a small the paper crown.
Yeah.
Also a thing.
Alright, I'll wait for her to get down the question mark.
All right. So, yeah. So you know that. Shortly, are you still not
I
downstairs at that
have
point?
made my way down.
Okay.
Maybe as she's going up the stairs, I'll be kind of passing her.
Okay. And she'll do a curt nod
Yeah.
with her long, like very like reptilian face.
Okay.
A little nod.
All right, and then I'm going to just go and instead of sitting at the bar, I'm going to find my own table.
Okay.
And I'm.
So it's a pretty big room.
Mhm.
Did you want it close to the bar? The bar is like kind of like on the right hand side as you're walking down the stairs, and there's like quite a lot of tables spread across the rest.
No, just kind of like in the corner somewhere.
Okay, so
away
a
from
bit
the
closer
bar.
to the stage.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'm just going to sit down and I'm going to pull out. I had picked up when we were on the road some pieces of oak. So I'm going to pull out one of those pieces and I'm just going to like do a little whittling.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to have you do, just for over the course of the bit, do an intelligence roll
Yeah.
with your proficiency bonus.
Ooh.
So just you would add intelligence plus 2.
21.
21. Okay, pretty good. Okay, so Orca will eventually come back down. She'll see you sitting in the corner, bringing you over a plate of food.
Okay.
She won't say anything as she does it.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll say thank you. Thank you.
And
Thank
she'll
you very
smile.
much. And I'm going to continue. I'm going to eat. Well, is it also potatoes?
Yep, it's the same. Everybody has the same meal, like a small quail's egg with 3 servings of potatoes.
And we're the only people there right now?
Yep.
Does she have... Okay.
Yeah, no. What were you saying?
Is there, like, the rooms that we were in, are those, like, the only rooms that look nice? Or, like, is there another room with, like, a fireplace there?
There are some nicer rooms.
I guess I didn't want to know because I didn't go into them. But yeah.
You can ask if you'd like, but roll just like a perception check.
Like, when I was knocking on the doors, I probably could have made it, I don't know.
Can I detect the
Can I detect the
fireplace behind that door? He
For
just
some
holds his
reason-
hand on the door.
21. So you can remember from your time when
It's
you guys were
warm.
approaching, as much as it was dark, you do remember seeing at least one chimney coming up from the main area, and you know that there is a fireplace in the main area, but you don't remember seeing any other chimneys
Okay.
coming from the
So
ship
maybe
itself.
just the main entrance.
Yeah. So you would assume from what you've seen that there's only probably the one fireplace.
Sure.
After I finish my breakfast, and my potions, I'm going to make my way up to the room with Knack and the frostbitten woman on the
It's not up. It's on the main floor.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
then I will go to the room and I will go inside.
So actually, as you go to knock on the door actually opens.
Okay, then I will-
And Knack looks, and Knack stumbles into you a little bit. Oh, well, Pippin.
I'm going to motion him out of the way. Say,
Oh.
oh, Knack. Is Willow in there too?
Yeah, Willow is sitting like laying like washcloths on her forehead and like kind of just like readjusting blankets.
Alright, I am going to
monitoring
go over to the
stuff.
bed and examine the
Yeah.
woman.
Well, okay, yeah. Roll a medicine check. Pippin, I was trying to talk to you.
Knack, hold on. I rolled a 15.
A 15.
Yes.
So very similar to what Lona had seen, you can see that her breathing is very, very slow. You know that normally, like even like in sleep, like the breathing slows down quite a lot. But you can tell that it's like almost like she's dead.
Mhm.
But you can tell that her heartbeat is there, very slow as well.
Does she have a fever?
No, her skin is AC to the touch.
Mm.
And upon a bit further examination, you see that even underneath her, there's a small bit of frost, like creeping across the bed.
Oh.
Um,
I'm going to start ritual casting Detect Magic.
okay.
So I'm going to. Oh, sorry.
Pippin,
Yes.
I needed to talk to you, and Gray as well. Maybe everybody. I think we can all fit in this room.
You want to go get them then, whilst I do this?
Okay.
Alright.
So he'll go. And you guys will see Knack like waddle out in his like ragtag, shabby armor, and walk straight up to the bar. Are you guys still sitting at the bar?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
eating.
I'll have 5 more ales, please.
Sorry, no, he would not.
Well,
Knack, I think we have bigger problems on our hands, specifically the lady in the room.
I didn't want to come out here in the first place. Pippin told me to come here.
Why did you come here?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Hey, 5 ales, please. And he's gonna throw down some gold.
Alright, how about we go upstairs?
Well, here. Where's Yuri? I think maybe Yuri should be there, so we can have this conversation.
Well, I'm gonna.
He's too busy grabbing the ales and already walking back to the room.
Would Orca give him...
She gave him 2. Yeah,
Okay. So we'll walk back to the
not
room
5.
Did you go with them, Miri?
Nobody called me. I'm in a corner whittling.
So Knack did ask you guys, but it's up
He
to you
couldn't
guys.
see her?
No, he was too focused on the ale.
Alright.
I'm just gonna
walk back to
scream
the room.
out, Eerie,
Okay,
Eerie, we have to go upstairs for a minute.
it's not
Okay.
upstairs, ground floor. Yeah, it's not upstairs.
Oh,
Your guys' rooms are
I
upstairs.
just
Yeah, we have to go
This room
upstairs.
is
I
on the
just
main
assume
floor.
in fantasy games that the tavern is the ground floor.
Yeah,
and all
and
the
then-
upstairs
I
is
know.
the ground
No, this tavern is different. I've explained it like 3 times.
Yeah. We need
It's
the
a
blueprint.
big hallway.
alright.
So a big hallway that has the hall in it, and then there's a ship on the right-hand side as you walk in. And the ship has rooms on the bottom floor, and then you can walk up to get to more floors.
Is
that
the ship
in this
on
event.
land?
It's this crashed ship.
Oh, that's cool.
And that's why it's called Anchor's Ridge.
Are we close to the water?
We have to go to the
Yes,
captain's
you guys can
quarters.
see from the very top floor, you can see the faint outline of the sea on the horizon.
But we're on the bottom floor, so.
Ain't that something?
Yeah.
God dang.
I will follow.
Okay, so it's a small room, but you guys all barely fit. Willow was like crushed in the corner, like dabbing the woman's head with a hot, warm cloth.
There, I'm gonna have a little eyedropper with like glowing fluid and drip it into my eye and cast Detect Magic.
So it'll still, you probably still have a couple minutes left of your ritual cast. So while the conversation is going on, you're like barely paying attention to what's happening.
Okay.
So I've been awake all night trying to wake this woman up. She hasn't woken up yet. It's quite concerning. Actually, there's one other thing. Well, stop doing that. He's like, moves her hand away and she glares at him,
Who was she?
like dabbing the woman's head with a warm cloth. And as she stops doing that, within like seconds, you can see frost creeping like along her skin.
Across Willow's skin?
No, across the woman's skin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, can I see this so I can see this?
All of you guys, except for Pippin, kind of. You're focused on your own thing right now, but you guys can all see it.
Do I know anything about anything like that or no?
You can roll an Arcana check.
The frost being controlled, I guess. Nope.
What'd you roll?
4.
No, you have no idea.
Yeah, I'm like frost.
You're like, that's cool. Yeah, I see. Yeah, it's quite concerning. Well, I'll get back to that. And Mac is also going to start casting a little bit of magic, and you can see the frost dissipate off of her.
What is he doing?
You don't know.
Oh. Well, I would now.
As your
Detect Magic.
So, with your detect magic, Pippin, you can see Nack's transmutation magic as he heats the metal plates he has placed under her mattress to warm her up.
Oh, cool. Okay.
But you also see some
The
evocation. Yep, the bedpans.
Sorry, continue.
You can see evocation magic surrounding and like inside of this woman, specifically in her chest and in her head. Yeah, it's like almost like a pale blue color.
Evocation magic.
Do you happen to know anything about this as to what's going on? Like, does anybody here know?
I think she might have some sort of curse or
Good.
sickness.
And I step back from the room a little bit.
Don't
just like,
worry, I think you're fine. I think that she.
I heard sometimes these can be airborne though.
I doubt it.
Are you
It
sure?
appears to be contained in her body.
I've seen a lot of things in the military.
So,
Have I seen this before?
according to my calculations,
You have seen frostbite because
There-
you're from a colder area.
Okay.
there appears to be some sort of magical weather effect going on in this area with the winter not ending, and this woman who stumbled in last night seems to have some sort of cold curse. Her body temperature is very low, and Mac here, you should continue your heating metal spell to keep her warm. Is there a warmer room in here?
As far as I can tell, there seemed to be some sort of chimney. I just don't know where it's leading to and what.
There's a fireplace downstairs in the main entrance.
Right.
So
Do you think that
probably
is Orca's not in the room, right?
No, Orca's the
Is
one.
Orca going to be okay with us bringing this lady down to the main room?
She's
I don't
the
know.
smith's wife, so I'm sure that she can compensate for
Okay.
this.
I will put my hand underneath her and try and pick her up, and I'll try to keep the blankets on. Does anybody else here have a cloak that they don't need right now? I'll take my wolfsbane or whatever kind of cloak that I have right now, and I'll just toss it over top of her and wrap it around as much as I can.
Okay.
And I'm gonna carry her downstairs.
Okay. Is anyone else going to be doing
I
the
will
same?
go. I will go with.
Nak,
It's not downstairs. You're on the same
No,
floor.
sorry. Nak, make sure that you continue to do as Pippin said, please.
Well, I
So
do know
I'm
my
just
stuff.
walking, and he's just like. Meow, 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 kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, he can't maintain the heat metal if you don't, because the stuff is under the mattress.
Right.
Because it would hurt her. Otherwise,
Okay.
it would burn her. But since it's under the mattress, it's just doing a warming pad on the mattress.
Can I lift the mattress as well too?
You can do a strength
let's
check
make-
to see if you can do it on your own. What'd you roll?
So just straight.
Just a pure strength check, yeah.
Knack.
Would just be 9 then.
No, you're like, and you lift her a little bit.
He burns from the effort.
Yeah,
She's like the skinniest frostbitten woman.
Yeah.
and you're struggling. You're not quite able to lift her.
No.
Yeah.
Where are you trying to burn?
Downstairs. Sorry, to the fireplace in the entryway.
In the middle of
Yeah.
the.
Guys, I think that I don't think we need to move her quite yet. I think
Oh,
me and Willow can get that handled afterwards.
All right. Well,
if need be. Well, I think.
Do you think, Knack, you could make some sort of heated blanket? I know you're good at constructing things.
Well,
Good. He can.
Excuse me?
construct- I mean,
I'm a master craftsman. I've been training for years.
Yeah, I mean, yes.
yeah. He's efficient.
You guys just deadpan
I don't
the
think I can
camera
hold
in the
it.
office.
Yeah. I don't think I could hold her that long while they like debate.
Yeah,
if
put her
this
back
is-
on the bed.
So
Yeah,
I'm just gonna bring her to.
You haven't even literally
He drops
lifted
her
her
on
up
I'm
the
gonna bring her
floor. She
downstairs.
shatters.
Not downstairs.
I'm gonna bring her to the other room.
There's somehow now a basement just from the sheer amount of times you guys have said figured out.
Walker's just making a basement now.
We like go to the room and go to step down.
You just fall.
Yeah, so I'll bring her to that.
So you bring her out, and Orca is like tidying up in the area and like pushing in chairs, like
Okay.
tidying up all the sawdust that would.
Okay, is there any way that you can please light the fireplace? And see?
Maybe you should leave her in the room. I
No,
don't-
she's losing.
No.
Her temperature is very low right now. We need to make sure that she stays,
By the fire.
by the fire if possible.
Well, I don't have a lot of firewood to use to light a fire. I can't leave it running all day.
To show then. Pippin, do you have any idea?
Okay, I'd continue downstairs. I'm sorry, what?
Pippin, it looks like they're out of
Downstairs.
firewood and they don't want to. They don't want to use firewood to possibly save a young lady.
Yeah, well, that's unfortunate, Orca, because she needs to be kept warm. She's very cold. Perhaps you could,
So you're telling me there's no possible way for us to warm her, and otherwise I can't give her more blankets.
No, she isn't generating any heat on her own. I think that perhaps you could burn some of these tables and chairs.
Well, if you were willing to compensate for the tables and chairs price, I would be, of course.
That's-
This is a business.
That's fine. You said that she's the smith's wife. Is the smith in town, or is the
Well-
smith... Are they in Rasberg?
Well, we have, as I said earlier, we have no smith in Persimmon.
Yes, but Orca, this woman is in town. Is it possible that her spouse is also in town?
No, I hadn't seen her in weeks. I believe she came from Rasberg. I
Okay.
traveled through Sturgeon's Grove to get here.
Hmm.
I'm not sure how she made it. I haven't seen anyone from there in weeks, as I said.
Well, I'm sure we can compensate you. We don't want this woman dying on your premises.
Well, did you have any other ideas of what you could do to help her?
I'm going to
I can't just
turn
endlessly light a fire.
and look at everybody else.
I'm going to put her down next to. I put her down next to the fire, and I take a chair and I just smash it off the ground, and I just start
We
putting. it,
haven't even. What
and I
is
just start
wrong
putting
with
it inside the.
And I'm
fire
not
pit.
approving.
Yeah, and just put it inside the fire pit. Like I'm not gonna wait for this guy. This guy.
And you see her, like, take right into the
That's
fire.
fine. She can
That's
put
fine,
it on her
that's fine.
tab, and then I don't know to let it. I think I could probably let it.
It's
go.
already lit, I think.
No, it's
No,
not lit right now.
It's not lit right now.
There's no fire right now. That's what she just said.
I do have a tinder box.
You guys
that's
just really like.
I can start a fire too.
fine. Sure. Do you want Pippin? Please.
Sure. And I go. Good.
She's just shaking her head.
Alright, we'll lay her down here, set her down there.
Well,
Does anyone know what to do? It's okay, Orca, you can keep cleaning. Does anyone know what... does anyone have any solutions for this?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Let's put our
Okay.
heads together.
well, I think I'm gonna be staying here. This is back. I'm gonna be staying here.
I'm
With
still
her, I
alright,
think.
okay.
I think it's best that we have people watching her.
Can Knack hear us from where we are?
He's
I
beside
came
us.
with you.
Oh, right. You're healing.
Yeah.
You're so short, you just turn and then you're
Yeah.
like, nah. And then he's down.
Knack,
Yeah.
do me a favor though. Before you leave, please go and get the mattress that was from inside the room.
Why? I'm not your slave.
He asked you politely, now.
Knack.
I know that you're hungover, but come on.
I haven't slept at all tonight.
Right. But we do need the mattress in order to save this young lady, and we do need you to stay here a little bit more, possibly to keep her comfortable with your heating metal.
You're lucky I'm nice.
Oh.
They wall off.
Willowa,
Yes.
could you possibly keep an eye on Knack? I'm worried that he's going to get drunk and pass out.
Well, I could try, I guess, but wouldn't you be much better at that than I would be?
I think that they're probably going to need my expertise. And I also cannot create any sort of heat magic.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, I would prefer if we could have stayed in the room away from the bar, but if you guys insist we be out here, I'm sure I can keep it under control.
I think it would be better. Just like, I don't know, tie him to the fireplace or something.
And he looks like he's into bondage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, aren't we all? Dwarves, am I right?
Alright, so Willow and Knack go and get the mattress and have everything set up in front of the fireplace. Willow is stoking it while Knack maintains his magic.
So Gray, Yuri,
Yes.
do you have any sort of abilities or skills when it comes to this sort of thing?
When it comes to frostbite,
No, magical ice curses.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, you've never
I've
seen
never
snow.
actually encountered snow or ice in my life until this moment, so I'm not going to be much of a help. I
yes.
grew up in the tropics of the jungle,
Yeah, the Ondu.
so I can't help in this situation, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if it's actually a curse or a disease.
It's magical in
You
nature.
can roll medicine if you like.
I shall do that. Medicine?
Yep.
That is going to be a
11. In your time, you have seen some frostbite and ailments based on cold, but you're not really familiar with. If it was a disease, you know she would have died by now.
True.
Yeah. So, but you have never seen anything like this.
Watching her breathing closely, that's all pretty much I'm doing at this point.
It
If,
just
if it if not deteriorates, but if it gets worse, like if I'm kind of like watching like up and down, like measuring the seconds in between.
well, yeah,
If it changes, just let me know.
it's like a steady 20 seconds between breaths.
And it's not getting any worse than it was before.
It's maintaining the same.
Okay.
I'm
And
going.
Sorry. And the frostbite, that's kind of like going between her hands and everything. Like, is that spreading like pretty far, or
The
is it
frost, like the frost.
frost? Yeah.
You can tell that what Willowa and Knack are doing are keeping the frost at bay. You can see small amounts, like kind of collecting where she's laying on the bed, but otherwise there's nothing.
Could we try like heating up a big tub or something and putting her in?
That's actually not good for frostbite victims. That'll shock their body and could kill them.
I look over.
This
I'm
is
sitting.
a normal frostbite.
I'm sitting with all of my notes out, going through papers. He's correct.
But it's not normal frostbite though.
Yes, but putting somebody in water is actually not a good idea.
She still also does have frostbite on top of whatever this
We
is.
cut away the frostbite last night.
But it seems to still be spreading,
The
correct?
frost appears to be spreading. I think if we don't keep her warm, she will get more frostbitten.
But I also feel the more time we spend here, there's more people that have this as well.
Yes, I was actually looking into that. I know of a herb that might be able to help with this.
Magic herb?
Well, I can probably brew something from it. It's called Lydia's Filament. The issue is it only grows on the rims of volcanoes on the Isle of Gardenia.
Oh, and how far
So
away
simple.
You know where the Isle of Gardenia is. That's where you were.
I feel like maybe an
That's where
hour.
you're from.
Oh,
And you know it's really far away.
Yes.
Is that
There's
like an
no way
hour
that
hike?
we're going to be able to get
No?
there.
No, it's like thousands of miles.
Right.
Leagues.
That'd be
But
helpful.
there might be an herbalist in the area who carries some.
Olga,
I'll go and look.
Yeah, could one of you try to find that out? I'd like to stay here
I'd
and
go
before
keep
we
an
run
eye.
around town and waste time, Olga, do you happen to know exactly where we can find some sort of doctor or herbalist in town here?
Well, there's no town. This is the extent of Persimmon. Is my inn here.
Right.
The rest are just farms, but it's not along the journeyman's path. But you might be able to run up to a town near the Lula. If I could remember its name. I believe Alveron is its name.
Sorry, repeat that?
Alveron.
Alveron.
Yes, it borders the Lugeist. I heard there is an herbalist there that
And
trades in some more unique herbs. She might have something that might be able to help you.
how far of a ride would it be from here? Just curious.
Well, you can't ride. It's not. There's no roads between there and here, so you'd have to go through the countryside. But it would be about possibly 3 days at a normal pace.
3 days. I don't know if she has 3 days. Pippin, can you tell if she's going to be continuing to lose, parts of her body from frost?
Well, as long as they keep her warm,
But do you know this for sure?
to the best of my medical knowledge, I can't be certain. I think that if she is not being kept warm, she will freeze to death.
Do we have enough wood to keep the fire going for 3 days?
Well, I'm sure your friends here are staying. I overheard. Would they not be able to help her as well? I'm not the only one here.
If we leave Willowa and Mac here, they can probably keep her warm. If one of them stays with her, the other one of you could probably go find firewood. And Nat can also magically create heat if he has metal around.
For how long?
Not for that long, but I'm sure I can maintain it for a few days. It's our best chance. I don't think there's anything else we can do to possibly help her.
And we can trust you not to not drink while doing this.
Well, he's
Excessively-
drinking currently, as
Excessively,
you're asking.
Mac? And I wink at Orca.
Yeah, Orca, could you not give him a whole bunch of alcohol?
Well, if he pays.
Alright,
This is a business sector.
I have my map here. According to my map, there is no road leading north. Is this town on a road?
I believe there's a road leading from elsewhere around the Lugais.
But not along the journeyman's path?
No, maybe there's a dirt road, but there's not one directly from
So
here.
we would be trekking 3 days north into the wilderness.
And then 3 days back.
I don't think we could bring our cart with us and our donkey.
No, we would just. And what kind of. Do we even have the proper clothing to survive in this weather?
Well,
I don't want frostbite.
Does the weather persist outside of Persimmon?
I don't know.
Was it cold where you guys came from?
It wasn't, but.
We came from the east. We didn't go north. We aren't familiar with what it's like up there right now.
Well, I'm not sure either.
I mean,
but
we don't know this woman that well to risk our lives.
I am curious about this disease, this magical affliction on her, and I would like to look into it. I do think that we could make the trip. I'm not very familiar on trekking through the wild. Lonan, are you?
Am I?
Are
I'm
you?
assuming I'm
Are
assuming
you
I would
proficient
be.
in survival?
Yeah.
You are proficient in survival? Then yeah, you're proficient.
Okay.
You know how to
Yes, I do.
navigate certain.
It looks as if I can possibly help us get to the right place without traversing through too much terrain along the way.
So what?
And possibly, avoiding the high snow, I guess,
What?
in the mountains, possibly. I don't exactly know which way we're going.
There's
It's
no
not
mountains.
Oh, there's no mountains.
It's like farmland.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've spent months on my own traveling. That is not what my concern is.
In the
Like,
tropics, might I add, right?
Not the tropics, no.
Well, you've traveled
through the
through-
desert, through the mountains,
Through the prairie
through
lands.
the prairie lands.
Yeah.
I just am not familiar with cold. So if it is as cold as what this woman has traveled through, then I don't know how any of us can be
Could we
survive that.
acquire some winter clothing, Orca? Is there?
I can lend you some, but I would need it back when you guys return.
That's fine.
Okay.
And she'll shuffle away.
Okay. So if the four of us go, we won't be taking a cart. We'll be on foot. 3 days there, 3 days back.
Plus possibly a day there.
Right.
Possibly a day there. And this is hoping the herbalist in the town of Elveron has some Lydia's filament. I know it is a rarer herb, but it is used to stave off the effects of extreme cold. I'm hoping that if we get it, I can maybe make a potion or something. We'll see. But it's probably the best guess. Or if we could find someone with strong enough magic to remove a curse. Because I definitely cannot do that.
I can't do that either.
Opening the
Okay.
door to the outside, is it like cold as hell right up there?
It's chilly, but it's not like it's definitely below 0.
Well, good. Is this normal temperature for this time?
No.
No,
We already said.
we've spoken
Right,
about
so
this.
what I'm thinking is, I don't know how many customers you're going to be having here.
Well-
Are you going to be... Is there anybody around here that you can help us? Because I feel like you're going to need some help yourself, especially if you want to stay in business.
Well, I do have my regulars come every night, so I'll be fine. You don't have to worry about me.
Do you not have any friends here that can help us? I'm
Well,
concerned
they-
more so for the more people.
They have their own farmlands to worry about. They have families that they're having.
Do you have a
hard
family,
feeding.
Orca, or do you just yourself?
It's just I.
Okay. Very well. I just concerned that there might be more people coming in here seeking help in the future.
There
Well,
may be.
We haven't had anyone like this before now.
Right. But there's always a first, right? And then it
Yeah.
seems to be...
If this curse is spreading or other people arrive, do the same thing. Keep them warm.
Of course.
Don't leave them alone. I don't know if they'll wake up or not. But Knack will help as long as you keep him sober.
Okay, I will do my best. But please hurry back. I would prefer if we could help this woman to maybe find out where she came from.
All right. So did she bring back warm clothes for us?
Yes, she already is doling out like some.
Okay.
They're like varying sizes.
I'll put on a little
Some of
toque.
them are a little too tight, some of them are a little too big for you guys, but they fit well enough that you guys will travel in them without worry.
Okay.
So when should we set out?
I would say as soon as possible because if this is going to be a 3-day journey, I'd rather not travel at night.
I agree.
It
Well,
is the morning. We can leave now.
Yep, it's only probably around 10.
I take my cloak off of her, but I replace it with a blanket from another room.
Yeah, Orca had brought blankets.
She did,
Lilith
okay.
had been grabbing things as well.
Okay.
So she's very like, you can barely even see her now, just like a big pile of blankets in her face.
And then I just hold the lady's hand, which we don't know who it is, and I'm just like, my dear, I know you can't hear me right now, but we will return.
And
Thank you.
as you're holding her hand, you actually see frost starting to spread to your own.
Is it on my hand right now?
A little bit.
You
Yeah.
felt your hand like you felt frost.
Okay,
like
but it's not
cold.
like it's not like
Do you know what
cursing my
frost
hand.
is?
Yeah, I know,
Okay.
I know. Yeah.
It's just like
Well, I
ice
mean,
crystals.
I don't know. I
or-
didn't
Yeah.
know it was like a curse going like that. I'm just like,
Your fingers like break away.
yeah. My dear.
No, so you have like on your palm, there's just a small circle of frost at the
Okay.
moment.
So I know how serious it is now then. Well, I mean, I knew it before anyways, but even more serious.
When you pull away, it does melt away.
It does, okay.
Oh, okay. maybe.
From your own warmth. Alright, I'm basically ready to go.
I'm
Mhm.
ready to go.
I button up my big fur coat and my tooth. It's like this big. Ready. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay,
Does
so-
everyone have their rations?
I
I
have
feel
0 rations.
Do you perhaps think you should grab some rations?
Sorry, I was so
Pretty good.
concerned I didn't even consider eating.
I have my rations.
How many do
I
you
do.
have?
I have. I just have to find where I wrote it down. Three left.
So that'll
So
be
I
your
have
3
enough
days.
to get me to the
Let's
city,
see.
and then I will need to purchase.
Do the rest do
Well, you should
Gray.
I'm just
be able
checking
to
right now. to
purchase
see-
them. You guys already ate for today.
That's what I mean.
True.
So
So
I
you don't need to eat any more today.
I have enough to get myself to where we're
Mhm.
going.
Gray and Lonan, what is your
Just
food
checking to see.
I
stores
don't
look
have
like?
much left. I have one, but I should buy a few more.
Yeah, I'm going to starve. I mean, I'm sure we can scavenge along the way, but we have no idea what the landscape's going to be like if we're going to be
Lonan did
encountering
say
snow.
he's good at surviving. He maybe could hunt for us, but
Mhm.
if it's all icy, there might be no game.
Mm-hmm.
Unless we eat you, Saber.
Oh,
No,
I actually have.
She's like, excuse me.
that's not what I signed up for.
him.
It says I have 20 rations. I don't know if that's like.
What?
Yeah, I'm telling you. I bought because I got an adventure gear or adventuring gear.
Oh, you would have 10 from in there.
Yeah, and then I
Yeah.
must have bought extra. I'm assuming so. Regardless,
That's a lot of
that's what-
20.
yeah, it says 1 day's worth of rations.
Are you willing to share?
Of course I am. You know me.
Then let's
Oh,
go.
of course.
Alright, so Lonan's 20 rations you guys will be able to manage for a while.
There's- So we.
Yikes.
So you guys head out. There's a small dirt path leading from the journeyman's path that you guys can finish on. That you guys can start
Is it snow
your
covered?
journey on. This area is snow covered still. And as you walk, what speed are you guys going at?
I'm
What's
gonna
your
say
walking order?
A brisk walk. Like, we're not running, we're not.
So like just so a normal
We're on a
pace or a
mission.
fast pace?
We're not, like, speed walking.
Okay, so like a normal pace.
We're just at, like, a normal, you know,
A cautious
like
pace.
Yeah, okay.
Do we have snowshoes?
It's not that deep.
That'd be fun though.
Yeah.
It's like 2 centimeters deep, maybe 3.
Yeah, we need a dog sled.
We don't want to slip on ice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's our walking order? Who's first?
I would say me because obviously
You're
for
navigating.
navigating
And I'll be last.
between
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
Am I consistently checking to make sure that we're not walking through anything that can like harm us?
You
No,
can, and that could be your job at the front.
Well, I want to make sure we don't walk over top of like like a river or something like that, especially if there's like a ton of
Yeah.
snow everywhere.
So we have
Yeah.
Lennon first.
A
you second,
hidden
you
canyon
next.
pit.
Yeah.
So extended
Oh, we're in the basement of the. Orca's like, what can I get you? So do you want me to roll or just...
Well, I need to know where everybody else is walking first.
Okay,
I'm gonna be at the back.
I'll be right behind Lonan because I actually have the map.
So then it'll be me, and then it'll be Gray.
Okay, so you can roll a survival check, Lonan, to see how well you're navigating.
Okay, so 17.
17. Okay. So as you're walking, it's there's a dirt path that Orca had told you that there is. It only lasts for so long before it like veers off into a direction you don't want to go. But as you're walking down, the first hour goes well. Nothing crazy. You are able to very clearly find where the path is. The snow has not fallen so heavily that it's blocking those areas. But after about 3, maybe 4 hours, so half the day goes by. It's around mid-afternoon at this point. You all begin to like start sweating under your layers, and you notice the snow is like melting, and there's less and less of it as you're walking. And eventually, by probably around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there's no snow around you at all.
Okay. Take off our furs.
Yeah.
Pippin's hair is just plastered to his face.
Yeah.
There's like trails of dye.
Oh, my dye. My green hair.
Yeah.
I do dye my hair, sorry guys. Alright, everyone put their stuff in my bag of holding.
Okay. Shove my jacket in there.
Sure, I'll put them
So, Lonan, this map that I have doesn't show the town. I think it's probably too small. I only have the important cities and roads. But she did say near the Lugeist, which I'm not actually...
Alvera, you mean? Sorry, yeah, Alvera.
Yeah, she said it was north near the Lugeist
Mhm.
from where we are. So we'll have to keep our eyes out.
Now, since it's warming up and stuff, it's completely like clear for us to see. Like, there's no more like
Yeah.
snow and stuff.
What's
The weather,
like today?
it's a little bit cloudy, slightly overcast.
Did it like
but
so my question is, was it like we were walking through a storm and all of a sudden it just got really warm, or was it like, okay, the sun's up, now it's starting to get
it wasn't storming
It
today.
just
It
gradually got
snowed last night, but it was cold and snowy,
okay.
and it was basically the same kind of cloud cover. It has lessened since you walk,
Right.
but the weather has warmed up quite a bit. You can notice the landscape that the grass is starting to green, trees are starting to bud. Even though there's sparse amount of trees that you can't
From
see.
where we're at, is there any like higher hilltop that we can possibly go at, or trees that we possibly could go at that we can like look on
Roll a
top?
perception check.
Right.
This is a very kind of like plainsy area, so
Yeah.
there isn't a lot of landscape, but you can roll to see.
What am I rolling for? Perception. 11.
11?
So, did we notice like a transition period from the 2 centimeters of snow to nothing?
Yep, you notice it slowly,
Is it like a straight
less,
wall?
and no,
No,
it's like a
it was like
slow
a gradient.
transition. Yeah. So at this point, there hasn't been any for a while. There hasn't been any snow for a while. You're getting very warm. You notice some trees, but they're small. But from what you can see, it is the hills that are present are like low enough that they aren't really impeding your view of the surrounding.
So I'm guessing, I'm guessing that there's probably some sort of radius that this is affecting. Some sort of
The-
area.
From what I can see is that what I'm worried about is that what if it's someone doing? Could it be somebody casting a spell in this area? Could
Yes, it could be.
I'm not familiar with I'm too many spells, but
That's alright. I know enough of magic. I think that it is likely that there might be a person creating this. I know that druids have some sort of nature manipulating
Right.
magic.
what I'm worried about is it's quite odd that as soon as we left the area where she was, it seemed to get warmer.
I don't think it's her
I don't
that's
know.
casting it.
It's
I think
farther-
she's an unlucky victim.
Are you thinking it's Orca?
No, the
Oh.
No, the girl's frozen.
Okay.
What I'm saying is like, did it feel like we walked almost like out of a bubble of like,
Yeah.
like if we like look behind us, is it still snowing?
No, it wasn't snowing today at
It's
all.
as if you're
It
just
was
walking
cold.
and it's very gradually getting warmer and warmer. As
Right.
if it's
And there's
not,
no snow on the ground
it's
now.
not like an abrupt
But
end.
Lonan, I do think that there's an interesting theory, but from what we were told, it is worse
Westwards.
farther west.
And you
So I'm
guys,
guessing like if the town's here and there's some sort of radius,
The town might be near the very edge.
the very edge, and we've just walked out of the edge over the last few hours.
Right.
And
So
I
if
go-
we go back and head more west, I know that west there is a forest. I don't remember the name, and it's not on my map.
Are we going to be easily able to find out Valorant? It seems like the weather's cleared, so I think we should probably head towards there. Just
Yes, we're walking and talking right now. I'm guessing.
Yes,
Yeah, you guys
yes,
didn't
yes.
just. I didn't think you stopped.
No.
We can't chew and walk. All right. Well, I think that's an interesting theory. It is probably somebody, I would say, or something. I'm not sure. Like I said, I mean, if we were in Von Drassel, there are resources there, but we're not anywhere near a city right now.
Right.
Well, let's keep going because we don't have any answers.
What? So, is there
Okay.
anything that you guys special want you to do during the last half of your journey for today? You guys have already been traveling for about half a day.
Okay.
So you're still navigating, so that's going to be taking up a lot of your mental efforts to make sure you
Okay.
guys are staying on track.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the rest of you three,
I'm
if you
whittling.
do your thing. Whittling.
Still whittling.
Yeah.
So we'll keep the same rule from earlier because it's kind of the same session of
Okay.
whittle. You can't really do as much effort as you normally would, but
No. It's just something to pass the time.
yeah. Are you making anything special?
It's really hard for me to talk about it.
That's emotional. I am whittling a snowflake.
Okay, and it's coming out very intricate and
Yes.
detailed and beautiful
Yeah.
so far.
Yeah.
You have your little piece of sandpaper and you're smoothing out the
Yeah.
surface right now.
Erie's going through puberty, okay? Don't make fun of her.
She's just crying. Erie, are you okay? Leave me alone!
Don't look at me!
Is there anything you wanted to be doing, Gray?
I'm gonna look at the wildlife.
The wildlife? Okay, you
Yeah.
can roll a.
Nature.
Let's roll a survival check.
That's a mighty 5.
Just a 5? So you, in your heavier armor, you are making quite an awful lot of noise. Any signs of wildlife you do see are kind of just the fleeting, maybe of a tail of a deer, or the rustle of a tree as animals kind of flee from the area you guys are in. But there's not a ton of forest. There's this small, almost windbreak forests lined up here that you can see in the distances that you can guess maybe some farmhouses are by, and some patches of tall grass. But otherwise, mostly what's surrounding you guys are fields of, farm fields.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you see the biggest transition you've seen other than the snow melting is that you've seen it's almost like a steady growth of wheat in the fields, because closer to persimmon it's very difficult, and the dryness is kind of stunting a lot of the growth that would normally be had this time of year. But already you can see that there are taller levels of plants and lusher fields around
Okay.
you. Yeah. So the next couple hours.
You asked everyone what they were doing while they were traveling.
Yeah, what do you want to
Except
do?
for me.
No, I asked everyone. You just didn't say anything.
I would like to look for herbs whilst we're walking,
Okay, you can roll
since it
a
is nicer.
nature check with advantage.
Because I'm going to use my herbalism kit. That is 18.
At 18. So again, there isn't too much stuff in the area for you to search in. But if there's any little forestlets or little small groves in the area, Pippin runs off track. They're not far, and
I'll
you
catch
can
up.
you can investigate through, and you find a little small thing. Nothing really special, but you can say you found 2 gold pieces worth of supplies.
Of raw material.
Yeah, raw material that you can use, a variety, cinnamon and basil and some more magical ingredients. They don't have a magical purpose, but you know that it can be used in
I can,
potion making.
ingredients I can make potions with.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Okay.
Am I pretty exhausted from doing all this stuff?
You were taking a hard look around. You have to maintain that there is no path anymore.
Right.
You guys have exited the.
Are we just walking through fields?
You're walking through grasses and fields.
Is there any people tending to these fields?
You saw some off in the distance, but you guys aren't really near any farmhouses,
Yeah, all
and
the way
it's very early in the season. So nothing's being harvested yet. Everything's
Okay.
kind of just being maintained.
Okay.
So Loden, as you've been walking, you've been stopping everybody and walking around some small sinkholes that you've come across. There's some ponds that you guys almost walked into because the grass is in your face. So yeah, you're spending a lot of time making sure you guys are continuing northward
Yeah.
towards
Not
the
like
Ice
not
and
tracking.
towards Alvaron.
Okay.
So the next few hours go by. It's approaching 6 o'clock, and you guys are feeling quite tired. You've been walking for almost 8 hours. Would you guys like to continue and kind of risk pushing yourselves too far, or would you guys have to stop for the night within the next hour?
I'm not going to be stopping because I want to make sure that this girl's okay.
Yeah, I'll continue to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fall behind.
Kurt
Hey,
just
we
stops.
should.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know, I understand you guys want to go quick, but you guys gotta take care of yourself. I've seen a lot of people die that way.
well,
Just
Just-
giving you a warning.
how about another hour and then we'll stop?
Okay, just a little bit longer.
Okay, so
Keep our
everybody.
eyes out peeled for some shelter, maybe.
So
a nice tree to sit next to.
you guys, I'm gonna have you make a perception check because you're in the lead. I'm looking for.
Can I assist him?
Yep, you can roll with advantage because I'm sure you guys are all kind of on
Yeah.
the lookout at this
I
point.
got an 8.
Did you roll with advantage?
Yep. 8.
You
Oh,
rolled
with
one.
advantage.
With advantage, yeah.
Okay,
How-
10.
You have to change your dice.
I know. I really should.
So it does take you the full hour to find anywhere that is even
Remotely good.
remotely habitable. But you do end up finding a small group of trees. But first, I'm gonna make everybody roll a Constitution save because you guys have pushed
Yeah, that
yourselves
sucks.
walking.
Well, whatever. I rolled this. It doesn't matter.
I don't have
I'm gonna roll this one. Let's see, this one's better. Another dice is crazy.
So everybody can tell me their results.
13.
15.
10.
8.
8? Okay. So, poor Gray and Lonan, you guys both really feel the effects of the
Okay,
last
tired.
hour. You've pushed yourself a bit too far and have really just, like, exhausted yourself. So both of you guys will have one level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Good.
Here we go.
Yeah,
I love,
good.
love these cards. These cards are so cool.
They're so nice. They're really
Yeah.
useful to have. Deck of many cards.
Sponsor us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
we love your cards.
But so you guys have gained one level of exhaustion. So you guys are very tired. You really feel that extra hour of walking, and Lonan, you especially feel the exhaustion of like of the guidance. You know you would have an extremely difficult time doing
So
another hour.
I'm walking, and I'm sort of just like slowly falling over and realizing that I desperately need to
Yeah.
lay down.
So Pippin and Eerie, you guys are almost running into Lonan at this point, and if you look behind you, you see it looks like Gray's chainmail has increased 100 pounds, and he's just struggling. His shoulders are hunched.
And I'm just like, I can keep going for another.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like.
Carry me. Carry me.
I've walked for 4 days straight once.
Yeah, you walked all the way here.
Yes, I know.
From
Yeah.
the jungles.
Yeah.
Amateurs.
From the tropics.
No.
But at the last second, it looks like Lonan's about to collapse. You can see him pointing at a
Okay.
small grove of trees that looks like it
Yeah,
would be
those-
able to bear if
Yeah.
some poor weather does
Yeah,
happen.
yeah, those
upon
are
you.
nice trees, Lonan.
Very beautiful.
Continue.
Let's perhaps
I'm doing-
rest for the night.
Yes, I'm very tired.
I'm going to use my quarterstaff to kind of just
Poke me.
poke him and be like, just a little further.
Get.
Get.
So you guys managed to go, and you guys are on the brink of collapse. But you guys do make it there, and what would you guys like to do for the night? It's only around, I would say, it's around 7 o'clock now. The sun has set. It's very, very briefly on the horizon now.
Okay, first and foremost, I want to make a fire.
Okay, yeah. So there is enough, roll a survival check just in case.
Am I so tired that I'm most likely just going to fall right to sleep?
You can stay awake, but you do have the effects of your first level of exhaustion.
22.
22. You easily find a lot of dry tinder. It hasn't rained in this area for a few days.
Yeah.
So you're very easily able to find some dry tinder and some moss to make a quick fire. Just snap,
Okay.
and you have it super quick.
So once I do that, I kind of just put some rocks around it to make it a nice little contained.
Yeah.
And then
And it looks good too.
And then I'm going to kind of just clear an area on the ground to
Yeah.
set up my. What is the word I'm looking for?
Your bedroll.
My bedroll. I was
Yeah.
gonna say sleeping bag.
It's still the same thing. Same
Same
thing.
thing.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So you use your quarterstaff to clear a lot of the thing. Are you
Yeah.
just clearing an area for yourself?
I mean, I clear enough of an area that a few people can kind of join me, but it's,
Yeah.
it's close enough to the fire that I'll be warm for the night, but not so close that I'm like illuminated by the fire.
Okay, yeah. So, the fire is burning. There's a small amount of smoke coming off of it, but because we found some such dry tinder, it is very, very, like, a nice, it's a good fire. It's a good, like, sort of stealthy fire.
Nice.
I'm just gonna pass right out.
Okay.
I'm gonna slowly drift away, I guess.
Like it's just on the hard ground.
Well, I mean, I guess.
You do have time if you want, you can set up your bedroll, but it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll set up my bedroll.
Okay,
Try
you
to at
sloppily throw it on the ground, and, like,
And then fall.
you're not actually inside of it, you're sleeping on top, but
Okay.
there's a slight bite to the evening still, because it's only the beginning of spring.
Mm-hmm.
But there is, you're not going to, like, get hurt. You're still going to be able to have a full night's sleep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, I am going to sit down near the fire in the bedrolls, but I'm not going to take out my bedrolls. I'm actually going to take out all of my alchemical supplies, and I'm going to take out Tenaculum out of my bag. My green slug, my
He's,
giant green, or
he's
blue.
blue.
He's blue. Sorry, the firelight made him look green. And I'm like, long
Yeah,
day.
you've changed.
I'm snowblind
You've
from
changed.
earlier.
Changed.
I'm gonna set him down, and I'm going to actually start brewing some potions. I have a question for you, DM.
Yes.
Making constitution or stamina potions. Do I use the normal potion table or do I use the health potion crafting table?
Normal potion table.
Okay, I am going to make 2 stamina potions. It's gonna take me 10 hours. So it's around
What?
6.
I get a
That is
sec.
hard work. You
Already
will not
said
be getting a long rest.
You said that I can do that. So it would take me till 6, right? No, it's
Okay.
6 right now.
It's 7 right
7
now.
now.
It will take you till 5 a.m.
And then how much sleep do I need?
6 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna make 2 still.
Okay.
Okay.
You can sleep till 11 a.m.
So you're gonna get 4 hours or 5 hours of sleep. We're not gonna get up early in the morning to start.
Well, have you voiced any of what you're planning on doing?
Nope. I'm like.
No. Pippin.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna start working. Yeah, I'll just start.
I'm not even in my bedroll yet.
Yeah, you're still
I haven't
up.
fallen
You can
asleep
talk to
yet.
me whilst I'm working.
Yeah.
Like,
Because I'm just gonna sit down next to you and pet Tenaculum, but it's kind of like I forget how sticky he is.
yeah, it's
So
like
I go to pet him and I'm just like, oh,
But he
yeah,
and he like comes closer to you.
yeah. I
He
like-
rolls on his he lays on his back and you can see his like belly.
Rub my belly.
I'm going to like just kind of like squish my fingers into his belly.
And you find his belly is more like slick than sticky.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Then I'll pet it a little
I
bit.
lower my goggles and pour 2 chemicals. There's like a splash of light. Hello, Eerie. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I feel like I could have walked more, but
Me too, to be honest. I'm actually working on something that'll make us be able to walk longer tomorrow.
that's good.
Yes.
I mean, I've done much longer trips than this, but I suppose not everybody has or was prepared to do so. And I pull out some rations, and I'm not going to eat all of it. I'm just kind of snacking after the long day. What are you doing?
I'm trying to render some potions from these materials I collected and bought, particularly ones that will help with being tired, I suppose. They're called stamina potions. I'm trying to make 2, but it will take a
Can you
while.
make an Arcana check for me?
That is 16.
Okay. So the first potion you're actually going to be able to do is a little bit quicker than you normally would be able to. So you can finish in 4 hours instead of 5.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Would you like to?
Yeah.
This will take a good chunk of the night.
Oh.
This first potion I'll be completing probably within 4 hours.
Oh.
You can
I'm gonna
assist.
be like, regret.
That's regret.
But sure, I'd love your help. Hold this.
Okay.
Gray, what are you doing while this is happening?
I'm just watching them and kind of just not even in a bedroll. I'm just against a tree.
Just dozing a little bit?
Yeah.
We'll
Kind
say
of
we're
half
probably
listening, waking up, looking.
Yeah, as you normally do, as your
Yeah.
restless nights, but you
My normal-
we'll count you as sleeping. Technically sleeping.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
normal.
Your normal amount of sleep.
Right.
Okay, so we can push. How long did you want to stay awake with Pippin, Yuri?
I was expecting like an hour or two of work.
What?
So
You can tell me.
after a few hours, I will be like, so should I stay up for watch? Or...
I pull my goggles off, and I'm like, my face is stained, but my eyes are the normal color. Or like the ring around my eyes, and I'm like, how long has it been?
It's been a couple of hours.
Oh, sure. Wake up one of the boys to keep watch, though. I can't keep watch and work at the same time.
Okay.
So we'll say it's been 2 hours so far.
So I'm not going to wake them up because I know that they're exhausted. I'm pretty tired, but I'm going to climb up into one of the trees.
Okay. It's an
Not
easy
like
climb for
super
you.
far up, but
It's
like,
an easy climb for you. You can just jump, basically.
And I'm just going to kind of like sit because I don't want to be so comfortable that I fall asleep in my bedroll. I'm going to sit up in one of the trees for another 2 hours.
Okay, so you're gonna push it and do another 2 hours of watch.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's been about 4 hours. Pippin, you have finished your first potion of stamina, and it is getting quite late.
Mm-hmm.
It is approaching midnight at this point.
No,
Yeah.
it's 11. Okay. I've not seen any activity.
You can roll a perception check.
Very low on supplies, I say to myself.
And Tanaka.
Yeah.
And
10. So you don't really see much. While you're up in the tree, you're kind of at the edge of this small, wooded area. You can see off in the distance as it gets darker and darker, especially towards 11, 12 o'clock that it is now. You can see some small lights in the distance that you can glean to maybe some farmhouses that are the lights are slowly, you just watch them blink out over the course of the
That's
2 hours
cool.
that you're up in the tree
On the rise.
as everybody's going to bed,
okay.
ready for tomorrow. Another early morning of farming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to climb down the tree and I'm going to kind of poke at Lonan.
Yep.
Am my character waking up?
You can do whatever you want.
Yep.
Good morning.
Hi, I've done 4 hours of watch now and I need to go to sleep. And then I'm just gonna go to sleep.
So you'll need to sleep for your full 6 hours,
Yes.
just because you kind of pushed this rest is going to be a bit longer than general, just because of what you guys are doing. So you'll need your full 6 hours of sleep. The first 2 hours, the 2 hours of your watch did count as a rest, though. So you just need another 6 hours of
Okay.
sleep to fully account.
Okay. So I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay, yeah. So Lorna, are you waking up?
How exhausted am I waking up?
You are still exhausted, but you've definitely gotten a decent amount of your sleep.
But I'm
You will still
fatigued.
have your level of exhaustion, but you aren't falling over dead
Am I
anymore.
health?
Is Gray sleeping near me?
Gray, you kind of put yours closer to the fire, correct? Your bedroll?
I
I'm
just
guessing we're all pretty close.
You guys aren't far. He's within a couple feet. You can
Alright.
see him leaning
I'm
against
gonna walk
the tree.
over to Gray and be like, I'm gonna shake him a little bit. Gray, I've slept. Or sorry, I've been on watch for a few hours. I've been on watch for a few hours. Is it possible that you can go in?
screaming at the mic.
Yeah. Is it possible that you can watch for me?
Okay, here's a question for you.
Okay.
You're sleeping.
Do you want to
No.
see?
You're more sleeping.
Insight?
Because I constantly squirm and I don't fully sleep, would I know who was on watch?
I will have Lonan. You can roll a deception check, and I'm going to have you roll an insight check. But you'll have a disadvantage because of the exhaustion.
You're both at disadvantage.
Yeah, so both roll disadvantage.
So who can do it worse?
10.
Natural one.
Okay,
Aw.
so you, as much as you're squirming, your memory is super foggy from being so tired. You don't know if Lonan is being truthful or not. So you kind of I'll leave it up to you if you default to believing him or not, but you don't know.
Alright, I'll wake up somebody in an hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go back to sleep.
So who are you gonna wake up? And you're gonna roll a perception with a disadvantage to see if you see anything over the hour.
Somebody. I'm the only one sleeping.
Yeah, Pippin's still working.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Hey.
I look. You see, I have like bags under my eyes, so I have not slept.
You look like me.
I'm gonna have, you can roll your Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I rolled a 18.
You're perfectly fine.
I'm just like, one of my eye blinks before the other one. Good morning.
You're still working on that stuff?
I've completed 1 potion of stamina. I could actually make 2 more, but it might not be.
And you can see in his hand there's like almost an oily looking yellow potion in a just a classic circular vial. And as you look at it, it almost looks like it is. If you didn't know better, you would think it was just oil.
And you've been making these all by yourself?
Sorry. Erie was helping me.
Erie? She was sleeping.
No, she stayed up for a bit and helped me work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's just gone to bed.
Oh, really?
You should probably keep watch. I could use help, but I don't know if you can assist me and keep an eye out. I'm not familiar with the wildlife in this area, but I doubt we'll get robbed by bandits this far from the road.
I wouldn't want to mess up a potion either.
Yeah, it
I
could be
could've watched for a bit.
catastrophic.
Yeah, it could be like somebody gets tired for a long time.
Yeah, you see this? I used to have a pinky nail on this hand, but then I dripped some acid on it once.
You
And
poor
now it's
thing.
just a fleshy finger. But no one notices unless I point it out, so don't say anything.
Alright. Your secret is kept with me.
Thank you.
Alright.
That's my backstory.
I'll go watch for a little bit.
Okay, so just for the hour, roll perception with disadvantage.
Would it be? 6. Wait, no. That's what this is, right?
Yeah, it's a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the dots on the bottom.
Ah.
Yep, 6.
6. You very tired, kind of dozing off a little bit, but you don't see anything of interest. It's very dark. You can't see very far beyond the firelight, anyways.
Okay.
Who has dark vision?
I don't.
I think I do.
I don't.
Yes, I do.
You
I'll just
do.
say I do.
I
You
have
don't. I don't think you do.
I do, yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do.
You do. Okay, so you just don't.
Yeah. I can see them around the fire and I can see them.
Yeah.
Great for keeping watch.
Looks
Great for
pretty
keeping-
good.
Well tired.
Yeah, well tired in the middle
So,
of the day.
how long do you want to keep watch for?
An hour.
An hour. Okay. So, who are you working up next?
Back to London.
Lonan.
I'm gonna be like, man, I've been watching for a few hours now. Can you just finish up?
Do I know that I just recently
You know that you're a liar.
like I probably just fell asleep like not too long ago. Now he just
You
woke
have
me.
your next. You had another hour of sleep. You're very close to being able to finish your rest.
Oh my god. All right.
But what time is it?
It's
like
about
4 or
1.
5.
No, it's like 1, 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it's not too
Okay.
bad.
Because I went to sleep at 11. I
Yeah.
tried to wake you up, and you did an hour.
You only need another like hour or 2 of sleep.
That's fine.
I mean, I think I
I'll
can
go
do
on
it.
watch, and I want to actually talk to Pippin, anyways.
Okay.
Very well, Lonan. Get your sleep.
Lonan.
I mean,
This is exhaustion.
yeah, the
It's
exhaustion's kicking
You're
in.
talking to yourself.
Yeah, very well, Lonan. Get yourself. Gray. Very well.
I'm already sleeping.
Yeah. And I
You,
walk.
yeah, you literally passed out as soon. You passed out
Yeah.
next to him. You didn't even go back to your chair.
No, I just
You
went
just
to that
poked him and then
tree.
like.
I'll walk over, just periodically checking. But what is Pippin?
I'm awake.
Yeah, sorry. Is he just like outside, like near the fire, or like?
Yep.
Okay, so I can watch. I can be on watch, still hanging out with Pippin at the same time too.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm kind
You're
of.
very tired though. Still.
I'm
Okay.
sitting on the ground with like all my beakers around me.
Do you want me to roll for perception? Or just
Yep. Disadvantage.
So 13.
You can see that
I have
you're
dark
chatting
vision
with
as well,
Picking. Yeah, you're chatting with Pippin a little bit. But off into the corner, you can see like a rustle, and you can see like a small coyote kind of like come close a little bit, just outside the firelight, but like eventually just dart off.
Okay, so nothing
They
that's
decided
going to
to-
cause us any harm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Hello.
just curious.
Hello, Lona.
Are you sleeping?
Yeah, no, that was just me.
Wow.
You're just like blurting it out in your sleep.
He's
Yeah.
just curious.
You're just like.
Hello, Pippin. Good morning, or good, I don't even know, but how are you doing? What are you working on right now?
Well, I'm currently trying to distill the essential properties of this leaf into some sort of potion.
Roll Arcana with disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Because well, you've been working for a while.
15?
Yeah. Okay. That's just normal work.
Yeah. How was your sleep? Are you doing well?
Still a little exhausted. Honestly, I've been, checking to make sure that we're going the right path, and it seems as if.
To be fair, you've had a couple busy days,
Yes.
So finding out that you're a wanted fugitive and that people are singing songs about you is...
Oh, you remember that?
It was only a few days ago.
Right.
Feels like a long time, though.
It does, yes. I'm more concerned that I don't know if we'll have enough time to save the young lady.
I am also concerned about that. That's why I've been working on these.
Do you need any help with anything? Is there anything I can aid with, potentially heading out to find you any herbs?
I don't know if you would know what to look for, to be honest, and I think you better just keep watch. No offense, but you do look really tired.
Right.
But I do share your concern. I do hope we can save her. Death is a terrible thing.
I'm
One
not
day,
concerned that
maybe.
one simple touch seemed to spread frost over my hand, and I feel that we don't know anything. I'm hoping that if anything happens, potentially Knack or Widow might come and try to inform us. I don't know if that's possible.
Like, come catch up with us.
Yes.
I don't know if they'll be able to track us down. We kind of just walked off into the north.
Yeah.
But if we do get back and she has passed away, we still will possibly have this herb. So if we encounter more people with this condition, we can help them.
How rare is this herb? Just curious.
Incredibly rare, from what I know.
Is this going to be something that we would need to find, or do you believe that we're going to actually be able to purchase this from
Well,
a merchant?
according to Orca, there is an herbalist in this town we're heading to, and the herbalist may have it on supply. You typically can buy it around the winter time. It circulates from Gardenia. It's useful for people who might travel through extreme cold, like on mountaintops, or merchants making treks through blizzards, that sort of thing. It can stop you from freezing to death.
Do you happen to know potentially how much this is going to cost us? We never really thought about this.
I did not even consider that at all. And now that you've mentioned it, I have absolutely no idea.
My concern is we get there and the herbalist knows how desperate we are in order to heal one of our friends, I guess, and it marks up the price quite a bit. What do we do in this situation?
To be honest, I'm not really sure about that. I'm not really good with money.
I don't know if it...
I think
guess we'll have to wait and see exactly.
I mean, if we had Knack with us, he's really good with money and talking to people. I think Gray is good with talking to you. I haven't really seen him do it. He kind of just mopes around all day.
Right. Perhaps if things get to...
Willow was good at talking too.
Right.
Maybe I should have stayed behind.
If we happen to get there and the price is out of our budget, do you think that there should be an alternative way for us to get this herbs?
Well, if we can't afford it, I'm not sure. It is very rare. As far as I know, it only grows in Gardenia on the edges of volcanoes. But it is an exotic ingredient that I'm hoping to create a potion with that can maybe amplify its effects and help this woman. It might not even work, but this is our best guess, I suppose.
Very well. Well, I hope it works out, because I definitely
Me
want to save
too.
her and potentially save others who might be inflicted. If you make this potion, is it a single use, or can it be used on more than one person?
It depends how much ingredients we get from this herbalist. It will take me some time to make it too.
Well, I'll continue my watch, and I'll keep you informed if you need any help.
Alright, well, I'll finish this up and then I'll get some sleep.
Okay, so you have a few more hours of making what, 3 left over to make your potion, and that kind of consumes 2 of it. So your watch is kind of beating down to an end. Eerie, you've accomplished the majority of your sleep, and so have you, Gray. So you guys are able to wake up. It's fairly early, but
Did I accomplish did I get rid of my fatigue then?
you need to sleep a little bit more still.
But it's in the morning then?
It's getting close. It's like early morning. It's like 4 a.m. right now.
Do I notice them waking up?
You can see Gray stir a little bit, but he needs to rest a little bit longer to remove his fatigue as well.
Okay.
So,
I wake up.
Okay. As soon as I see Eerie wake up, Erie, watch, and I pass out.
Eerie.
So Erie, you need to rest a little bit more, so you don't really have the energy to watch, but
So I'm just going to climb back up in that tree, but this time I'm going to be leaning against the tree
Yeah.
stump and kind of just like.
so there's technically no
That
watch
was
right
it.
now. Pippin's still awake. The last couple hours of everybody's sleep goes by undisturbed. Pippin, you finish your second stamina potion. Very oily yellow, almost cloudy. But yeah, so you guys wake up. It's about 7 a.m. Everybody is awake, energized. You guys both lose
Not
your
me.
fatigue status, but you're not fatigued.
So I don't have to sleep?
No, you didn't.
You
rolled
rolled.
high
You rolled your
Constitution.
constitution.
Oh,
That's why you're rolling Constitution.
I'm ready to go.
You look very
We brewed
tired.
some coffee.
You look
So
great.
it's just
Yeah, I like one of my test tubes. I'm just like,
Oh.
espresso.
yeah, I'm like, we got people to save.
You're gonna be consuming all the stamina potions for yourself. Oh no.
That's the goal. Then I won't have to sleep anymore.
For
Alright, so we're off the next morning?
So it's very early. The sky is perfectly clear today. You can't see a cloud in it. And the beautiful sunrise is starting to come on the horizon. And you guys can start heading out. Same marching order as yesterday?
Hey.
Yes. No, I want to be in the back.
You want to be at the back this time?
Yeah. I'm going to trail behind a little. Not behind, but like I'm just going to kind of walk slower until he walks in front of me and then I'll go behind him.
Yeah, you walk so slow that Grace like,
Yeah.
You're like grumpily walks in front of you.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good. Today, you guys, just everybody roll a general perception for the day.
18.
17.
Wisdom.
15.
Okay, so you guys see some fun stuff. Maybe some animals flying, some birds chirping. You see like a big eagle like dive bomb a duck midair. It's quite exciting.
Wow.
Oh
What
my.
a day.
Nature.
We're just like,
We hold up signs. Kind of.
But nothing.
Anyway. Give it a 9.
But nothing really exciting other than that happens.
Right.
Until around midday, where you guys, Lonan, you specifically see, you guys are kind of cresting a very small hill, but on the other side there is a small dirt road, leading just east and west. That you would assume is another small farming like road that people use to take between maybe some settlements. And off in the distance, you see a small group of travelers walking down the road. Your estimate is maybe 6 to 10 people.
they're on like a farm road.
They're on a farm road just walking. You can see that they have backpacks.
Okay.
And that is where we will take our break for
All
today.
right.
So we will take a
Let's
little
kill 'em
break
all.
and we'll be back in 10-15 minutes.
Yeah, we'll be back.
No.
Be back soon. I'm just gonna adjust the brightness on your
Yes.
Stick around.
Stick around!
Stick around.
So my apologies for being half invisible for like the first half of the session
Yeah.
so far.
So
We
somber.
luckily fixed it.
Half invisible. What's wrong?
Yeah,
It was,
the green screen was on, and I did this at one point, and my arm was missing.
Oh.
No, it wasn't the green screen. It was just the brightness because it got really
Oh.
light in here.
Okay, so apologies for that,
right.
everyone.
We'll be back after our break.
Yeah, everybody say bye to Saber.
Bye.
Big time.
Break time. Okay, see you guys soon.
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
back. Yeah.
Welcome back.
I'm glad you stuck around.
We all ate a piece of cake at lightning speed.
Yes.
It was
Yep.
really good.
We all
Thank
got
you, Rachel.
water, hydration. I have my my girl Shrek cup.
I have my
Oh no, I don't have it this time. Oh no, I.
collector's edition
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse.
Don't chop those.
Buy it on the AllFunNDice merch store.
Okay.
All right.
So-
So I'm leading in front. That's what we said, right?
Yep.
You didn't go in front, right?
I'm at
So,
the very back.
can you explain it to me again? We've seen a crowd of people out of.
You guys
on the
haven't
road.
seen it yet. Lonan just saw this road just came into view off in the distance. It's probably another 15-minute walk away.
What
But you can see off on the western, coming from west to east.
is it? Kind of just like, oh, I see people, or oh, I see details of people.
You can see a
Like,
group.
can I tell like what they look like, or like what they're wearing?
You can't tell a lot of detail, but you can tell they're very heavily encumbered. They have a lot of stuff on their backs.
Okay.
There's no doggies. There's nothing. They're just walking with lots of backpacks.
It looks like ahead there's quite a few people out there. It looks between 6 to 10 people. Not too sure if we should be concerned about that or not. I don't know if you guys want to continue on, or if you guys want to go around so we can avoid the group ahead. And do you guys have
Why
any
don't we
ideas?
just wait for them to pass?
Why don't we just talk to them?
Are they walking like that way, or are they walking this way?
You guys they're walking
North or south?
they're walking from
East to west.
east to west.
Okay.
What if they're criminals?
Maybe we should warn them they're about to walk into snow.
They may be.
The only thing I'm concerned about is we don't know anybody from around this area. And
What doesn't mean they're bad.
No,
I met
no,
a lot
of
of
course.
people along the road. I met you guys along the road.
true, we
But
can even
don't
ask.
forget, Lonan is wanted for murdering the king.
Yeah. What if they're the kingsmen?
I mean, they're probably not. They're probably some pretty peasanty people out here.
Maybe they happen to know where we can purchase the earth from.
That's a good idea. I think we should talk to them, but
Should we trek on a
That's
little bit
fair.
fast? Like, at this point, would we have to speed up to catch up to them, or is it kind of like, oh, we're gonna eventually come across them because they're walking slowly? Because they have like 10 people with them, right?
It's about like a group of you can guess probably 6 to 7 people.
Okay.
You would have to, because you're in the middle of like a kind of fieldy grasslands types. It's not like you're not in the middle of like a farm field,
Right.
but you it's about 10-15 minutes to get to the road. You'll probably get there a little bit after they pass.
Okay.
But if you'll have time, you can probably shout out to them and catch them, and maybe they'll stop. Who knows?
All right. Well, let's head on, and hopefully they can help us out. And if anything happens, if we get into any trouble, revert to just running into the other direction.
should someone talk for us?
Well, does this look like that we're trekking with 4 people? I don't think we're gonna be able to take on 10.
7, I think.
We don't know exactly how many there are.
We can count.
It's the distance is a bit too far. You can guess. It's
Okay.
from anywhere from 6 to maybe a dozen.
Do they have carts or is it just people?
It's people. You can all see them at this point, and it just looks like a group of heavily encumbered people.
Do they have what?
They have like big bags on their
You are too
shoulders.
far away to tell from the
Um,
specifics, but you
Gray,
can see large packs.
Gray, why don't you try talking to them and we'll stand. We'll come with you, but we won't. You lead the talk.
I could certainly try.
I think that you're probably. I'm not really good at talking to locals, and Erie's not from here, and Lonan is wanted.
True. We should put a bag over his head or something.
Well, we did dye his hair.
Yeah, I think I should be okay.
Yeah, he
I'll-
has that
I'll avoid my
mustache.
wolf form.
He puts on glasses with a mustache.
Here, put these. I mean, yeah, we could go over talk to them, and I mean, if they don't talk to us, I mean that's okay too. But we could just continue on.
Be friendly, I suppose.
Are you guys walking while you're having this
Yeah.
discussion, or
Yeah.
okay? So you guys are making your way towards the road. You're a few minutes from the road. You're pretty close. You can see a bit more precise details. There's some children among the group,
Mm-hmm.
so definitely you can see that there's probably families, and even the kids, even the smaller people, are carrying large packs as
Okay.
well. And so you're pretty close, but you're not quite at the road yet, and they're passing by. You can see some of them giving you some strange looks.
Good day.
Look at it. One, you think it might be a woman, stops, and the rest kind of keep walking forward. But this woman is waiting behind.
For us?
Yeah,
Okay.
to kind of interact with you guys. So as you get closer, you can see what you can assume is a human woman with short cropped blonde hair, a bit darker skin tone. Looks like she's been out in the sun quite often. Middle aged, not super old, but her face doesn't really scream like any specific age. It's just kind of just waiting. Very heavy pack, very large. Some strange bottles hanging at her waist. And she also has like packs in both hands. So she's very, very like holding a lot of things.
So they just seem like they're just traveling, but they're not with not a lot of like weapons along the side of them.
You can't see any weapons right now still.
Are you headed west?
Well, I tried to because I thought Gray was going to talk to him first.
Yes,
So
She started talking.
as soon as she says that, I was like, oh.
Yes, I am, dears. Who are you people? Why are you coming from out in the fields? Are you fleeing as well?
Fleeing, I'm
From
sorry.
So are you not from around here?
No. We're actually,
Do you know of a safe haven then? Is it safe where you came from?
I'm sorry.
Safe from what?
The Lugeist, of course. Have you not heard?
No.
The new guys.
Yes, it's approaching.
I'm sorry.
What is
we have a question here. Does this pertain to potentially infecting someone with frost?
It's a swamp. It's not cold. It's the middle of spring.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How could it be infecting anyone?
We were heading back to try to hopefully find a cure for a friend. She has come down with an illness that seems to really spread frost along her body.
Well, are you looking for? You're looking for some sort of herb.
Yes, our friend
How did she know?
Pippin here. I don't know the name of the herb. He will know the name, but as far as I know, it's very rare.
Yeah, we're looking for something called Lydia's Filament.
You're looking to brew Lydia's blessing then.
Are you an herbalist?
Yes, I'm from Alveron.
Are you leading this group?
I wouldn't say leading. I don't think anyone's
Wait,
leading.
we
the
were
group.
headed to Alveron.
Yeah.
Should we not?
Oh, you're
Well,
right. We
it's-
were headed for Alveron.
Yes, no, it's got to be devoured.
By the Lu guys?
Yeah, have you not
I
heard?
don't.
How about
Can
we
you
get-
explain this?
It's on my map. I'm not sure what it is.
How about we get back to
Cause
work,
it-
guys, on that?
Can I see your map?
I take out my map.
Oh, this is horribly inaccurate now. How old is this?
I'm not sure.
It must not be from this past year.
It is. We are on the 117th
Oh.
of following conquest.
Well,
So.
things have changed a lot in the past little while then. The Lugas has been rapidly expanding over the past few
And
months.
it's a swamp.
This is swamp. The mists, they swirl and said to drive people mad.
Would you say the
People-
swamp is quite quick? So the Lu guys is quite quick with this, or is it?
The Lucas
It's-
isn't a person.
No, I understand this, but is it traveling quite? Is it?
It has been expanding for generations since people have landed here in Kadareth, but over the past few years it's been quickly jumping forward, devouring whole towns. People have gone missing, haven't been seen since.
Is your town been engulfed?
It has not been engulfed yet, but our scouts at the
What was your
outskirts.
name?
Talia Shin.
And were you the apothecary?
I am an herbalist. I am a naturalist by trade.
At this point, our goal is to try
Luckily, we found you on the road when we did. We were looking for an herbalist.
I would agree with that. Yes.
Um,
We should basically abandon Baron at this point, as far as I'm concerned.
We would have another day of travel.
No.
How long?
and it's only about half a day from here.
How long? Could you point us in the direction of the town? Do you have any herbs on you?
Lydia's filament isn't very useful for everyday ailments, and the winters in Kadarth aren't very bad. It's more just a collector's thing I had.
So you left it in the town.
Yes, I had no need for it.
If we were to hurry to the town before it was engulfed, would we be able to retrieve it since you left it for garbage?
You'd be risking it, but I wouldn't recommend it myself. It'd be quite the risk. We saw some creatures flying about.
Flying creatures.
No, yeah, you really have not heard anything about this,
We're
have
not
you?
from
Not
around
at
here.
Not at all.
Yes.
No.
Strange beings have been seen leaving the Lugeist and swirling along in this mist.
So-
Dream-like creatures that just... They do
So-
a variety of different terrible things.
What are you doing? Where's the rest of the town?
Well, this is we went one way, some other people went another. We know some of the smaller farming communities couldn't handle the whole bunch of us.
Well,
So I took my
according to
family here
map-
and the rest of us.
We feel that we should warn you. You're headed west. We've
Yes.
heard rumors that the west is being consumed by frost.
Yeah, there's a ever-present winter, We're actually on a quest to find some Lydia's blessing because there's been a person who's been afflicted with some sort of icy curse. Also, you mentioned something called Lydia's blessing. What is that?
Well, that's of course the potion you make for the Lydia's Filament.
Do you have the recipe for that? Is it in your...
I could write it out for you quickly if
I would appreciate
you can,
that.
but I have to get going. As you can see, my family is leaving me behind.
Right, but
Well,
is there any way that
I told them to keep going.
So there's no way for you to potentially help us find the herb, because it looks like if we travel over there, it seems like we're grasping at straws at this point.
Yeah. Could you also...
We
Point
know
us in
where
the
it
right
is, but it's
direction.
just dangerous.
Well, you just follow the road. It's about half a day's journey. From
With
here.
us four here, do you believe that we could take on these flying creatures you speak about?
I've seen strong men and women be consumed. Heroes have tried to journey in to solve the problems, but they've never come out. Or if they have, they've come out mad.
And
If you hurry, you might be able to make it, but
Just have to
you'd
get-
really be racing the clock.
And you don't have any of this herbs on you at this point.
No, I've already said that.
Do you have any herbs on you at all that I could purchase?
I need all of my herbs for my own.
When
my
she
own
says
sake.
when she says no, I don't have any of these herbs. Can I check if she's lying?
Yeah, you can roll it.
11.
Yeah, it looks like she's being truthful. She hasn't lied to that. You know, she hasn't lied about anything
Right.
yet. So
Well, I don't want to keep you any further.
cool. Safe travels. If you guys are going to go back to Alveron, I would go quickly. You might, if you hurry, you might. The mist hasn't hit the border of the town yet.
And nobody in your group is able to heal the frost problem that we've told you about.
I've never heard of any such thing.
There's no
Lydia's
healer in your group.
well,
potentially?
is it frostbites? I know
Yes.
Lydia's blessing will help with that.
Right, that's what
So-
we're heading towards.
Is there a herb that can decurse somebody?
It depends on the curse.
You're looking
Depends
for a
on-
safe
Who's
haven,
first?
right?
The woman at the inn.
Possibly.
Some
It's
sort of
not just
magical
frostbite.
affliction. Some sort of magical affliction. I was planning on distilling the properties of the filament into something more potent.
Yeah, here. And do you have any parchment?
Yes, here.
And she'll write a quick couple notes on how to brew Lydia's blessing.
Alright.
It's not the
I'll
best
look at her-
version of
yeah,
it.
I'll-
You need some other things to make it in a more potent form, but this
I'll
will do the
figure
trick.
it out.
While she walks away, I'm going to walk next to Pip real quick. And do you think that we should inform her to head towards the inn that we were at? They're looking for safe haven. I believe that we can potentially recommend that place to her.
We already told them not to go that way because of the storms.
Why are we putting them into more danger?
If anything, they should probably head not towards the winter cursed lands. It's up to you.
Is
I'm
she-
not really sure.
Is she still in range?
She is walking away now, but she isn't close enough
I
to
did-
hear you like talking normally. But you can
guys,
get her
I
attention.
did
I'm gonna
warn
ask her.
Yeah.
When she was saying hello to me, was she concerned? Was she like, oh my god, there's like people kind of thing, or is she kind of just like, oh okay, make sure like you guys stay away from you guys are fleeing as well too. Like was she like surprised to see other people traveling?
Well, she did ask you if you guys were fleeing, so
But but like the reaction was like, oh
she
my
kind of looked a little surprised because you guys just walked out of like no man's land, kind of. You guys just kind of walked out of like a pasture, like plains.
How far away is she from us right now?
You can like yell at her to get her attention.
If you're traveling, decide to go along the path that we came, head to the inn, and speak to Orca. Tell her,
The Anchor's Ridge.
let her know that we found you along the way, and I'm sure she'll give you
How
a
are
good
they-
place to stay.
How are they clothed?
How are they clothed?
Were they light clothing?
They're clothed in like light jackets and stuff like that, and like not like heavy winter cloaks. We'll have to just take our chances. Thank you for the warnings.
Good luck.
As to you.
Goodbye.
And then
Talia.
with that, she kind of
Goodbye. Talia.
goodbye, Tom. And with that, she kind of
Yeah.
rushes on to catch up with the group that she had been traveling
Mhm.
with.
Alright, well, that was helpful. Let's continue on then. It's close to the end of the day now, isn't it?
Nope, it's midday.
You said we
Okay.
walked all day.
You walked half a
And
day.
it's about half a day's walk away
Yep.
still. So if we push,
So it was only 2 days away.
Let
But
me-
if we wait, the fog will
You
come.
guys didn't
doesn't
question
mean
it. It
nothing.
looks like Orca
She
was
told
wrong.
us, yeah.
Looks like Orca's never been to Alveron.
so we can, if we push hard, we can make it there before nightfall.
My concern is that we don't want to exhaust ourselves, especially with these creatures that we know nothing about, right?
So why don't we walk until she said it's some sort of swamp or mist? why don't we walk until we see it, and then camp outside, and then we're all rested for the morning in case we have some sort of creatures to fend off.
Sounds okay to me.
Does that sound like a good idea?
I'm sorry, I blacked out.
Oh, well,
Erie just started
thinking-
walking away.
Yeah, Erie, just go walk ahead.
Okay.
Jump in the swamp.
Yeah, what about you, Gray? What happened? I asked you to talk for us.
Yeah.
I was confused. I didn't know how close we were and stuff. I said hello. I think I said anything.
Yeah. Gray, you really gotta work on that. We can talk about that later. Don't be afraid to talk to people.
Well, Gray said hello, and so did Erie, and then they started talking.
No, I didn't say. You're sorry.
Erie's a little bit tired,
social
so she's
skills are hard, don't worry.
True.
Erie is tired and her social skills are not the best.
Yeah.
No,
Well, let's go.
we'll practice them later.
Okay. So you guys can continue. You guys have on the road, and as Talia told you, you can follow the road.
I'm gonna try to keep an eye on the sky to see if we can see, any of these beasts.
Okay, roll perception.
With advantage, thank you.
No, just normal. Why would you have advantage?
Just kidding. 17.
17. So as you're walking, the couple hours go by. It's approaching around 5, 6 o'clock. You haven't seen anything yet. You guys are pushing your 8 hours. And towards the end of the last hour, you see clinging along the horizon a strange swirling mist that starts blocking out the lower part of the sky. It's a deep,
Is it like a
almost
fog?
purple color.
Okay.
You can't really see too much about it because you're still off in the distance. But as you're walking, you see the small forms of buildings on the horizon.
Is it in the city?
Well,
You can.
yeah,
It's a town.
No, you can. See, you're not close enough to tell how close the mist is to the city yet, but you can see both starting, and you would assume maybe another hour, which you guys have of your traveling. You're only 7 hours in. You can make it there tonight.
It's a kingdom.
Yeah, the king's still there. No kidding.
Let's go.
Alright.
And I think I'm gonna start to pace myself a little bit quicker.
Okay.
Are we gonna rest before we go into it, or are we just gonna go right in?
You guys are still a full hour away, so you can't really see. You can't tell how close the mist is. Talia did tell you that the mist was bordering, and she said if you hurried, you'd be able to get there. So it would be.
Do you guys think that we should rest for the night and be refreshed in the morning? We have been walking all day
I
long.
think that if we do that, the mist will overtake the town before
Yeah.
we have a
That's
100%.
exactly what I was thinking as well.
So we're gonna run in and run out.
I mean, there's no other option.
We have to keep in mind that we will have to run out and then probably continue to travel throughout the night because otherwise.
Let's set up a plan here. While we go in, me and Pippin head towards the potentially where that. Are we going to be splitting up into town until we find the herbalist?
I don't know. Maybe there's signs on the buildings.
Ha-
I don't know how big this town is. We're in the middle of nowhere, and there's
Where
just a farm
can-
road.
What are the signs to know or find herbalist or healers?
I'm
Rob,
not.
would I know this?
familiar.
Is there a sign, or is there some sort of?
There's not like a universal symbol,
Right,
but
right.
it might say herbalist or
So
apothecary.
we're just hoping that there's going to be a sign. Okay.
Well, you would imagine that, you've been in towns before, they normally label their businesses.
Okay.
It wouldn't be just if it was just her house, it wouldn't say anything.
As soon as we arrive, I think the best thing to do is split up, try to find the area of the herbs, and if we find anything else in here that we can potentially use, or try to help others that might be, staying here, we need to help them flee as well too.
You think there might still be people in town?
It's quite possible. We don't know if there's anybody that was unable to move. Potentially, when they were.
I'm surprised
hurt.
they all just left on their own. I would have had some sort of organized town.
Seems as if they might have been organized. We never did speak.
She said they left in different directions.
I think we very well might be underestimating the Legionist.
I'm not familiar with it. A magical misting swamp that expands. I don't know what's going on in this country. We've got magical swamps to the north and magical winters to the south. Something's going on here. Anyway, we need this potion to help this woman, so...
We should go.
Alright.
So you guys do a quicker pace. Nolan said he was speeding up. Is everybody speeding up with him?
Yeah.
Okay. So it only takes you about half hour, 45 minutes to approach. And as you guys are getting closer, you can see that the mist is very close to the borders of.
Does it smell funny?
I was just gonna ask. I was gonna ask, what does it smell
You
like?
can feel a like a humidity, almost like a wall hits you before you even get into town.
Smells
Of
like
this
humidity.
dank, like
Dang.
Yeah, you go mad if you're in the mist.
Yeah. Yeah. You might have had another close.
All the townsfolk are like, "Hey, God."
Yeah.
Go to your bed.
all
Go to your
this.
bed.
Good thing we got 20 rations.
You guys can't see this. Let's say we're just laid down on my table,
Yeah.
right? And which you guys might see.
Go
Who
into
knows?
your bed.
And this like moist, humid wall hits you guys, and the smells of
She's
like
not having it.
rotting bog, like envelops your nostrils. And
Rotting
this-
dog.
Bog, like
Oh.
you know, like no.
Yeah,
Have you ever been in like
oh.
a like you go to like a swampy area
Yeah.
and that just smell of like
Farts. It's sulfur.
No, I know what you mean. It's like old leaves and
Yes, like-
musty.
that have just like piled up and that kind of
Yeah.
turned into like a brackish water and like a disgusting like reedy smell hits you, and you can tell like in the heat, like the temperature rises and you guys just start sweating
Okay.
Okay.
because of the heat.
So
As you get closer as well in the skies, you can see forms of like a bird, you can assume, a white shape.
Is
It's
it?
too far to tell what they are, but you can see them not flying over the town, but they're flying over and dipping into the mist, and it almost looks like they become part of the mist when they
So
fly
they're not
into
in
it.
the. So like the mist. I'm just trying to picture this. So the town's here, and the mist is not in the town yet.
Yes, I said it's just it's not on the border of the town yet.
And, okay, and
It's like a swirl.
and these flying figures are above the town, or
I just said they're
I'm asking for
above. Yep,
clarification.
they're above the mist.
Do
and
they-
they're diving
Mist is
into
on
the
the border of the
mist.
town. It hasn't
Okay.
touched the town yet.
Yes.
all right.
Yeah.
if just by looking, out of curiosity, just by looking, is there any indication that they're like full? Like, are they kind of like a ghost type of creature? Like, is it kind of like a like when you, or does it actually like have like a body to them?
It's too far away.
Roll. Yeah, you
'Cause
guys are
I
still.
did roll like
Yeah,
I
I
did
think
roll
we
a
just have to
19.
hurry.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
It's too far to tell. The mist is really the purple, like the deep purple mist that's swirling. It's too dense to actually kind of see what they are. You can just see the shapes in and out of the fog.
As soon as we see this happen, I'm just going to just look at the group, like you kind of give them like that, and then just run.
But
Where are you
we're
going?
supposed to
So this
split into
alone
two
in his
groups. Why
alone
don't
in-
we
Groups
just-
No, we're staying together. This is dangerous. Let's
I'm gonna
go.
say let's go to the center of town.
Yeah, let's go to the center of
Well,
town.
he took off, so
Load it!
three of
Load
us-
it,
Lonen's
sprinting.
gone.
Lonan,
I'm just
stop!
sprinting ahead.
Stop!
All right.
Okay,
Well,
Lonan's gone.
let's move as quickly as we can
Yeah.
to the center of
I
town.
hope he doesn't get-
Lonen's on his own
He
again.
hasn't
Like,
worked.
never asks for anyone to come with him.
Well, hopefully he doesn't get overrun by himself. We
Yeah.
won't be there to help.
Okay,
Yeah.
so let's look for
Alright.
the.
So Lonan, you get into town first. Where are you running to?
Okay, I'm gonna look for a sign that's indicating the herbal.
Roll investigation.
The big neon sign. Herbalism! Herbalism!
Power
9.
The power sign!
9. So you run in. You hit the center of town. There's a small well centered there. And just a quick glance around, you don't see what you're looking for. So you run across, and you almost run too far, and you run to the edge, the far edge that's facing the Lugeist. And as you run there, you kind of like are just like stricken with like just how like terrifying this wall of mist is, and how quickly it actually is moving.
Okay.
You can see along the ground, it looks like the swirling tendrils that you can see in the air. They almost look like hands grasping and pulling the wall closer and closer to
Ooh.
Alveron.
I'm going to turn around and run back towards the group as fast as I can.
So you guys have just entered the town, and you see Lonan sprinting back.
Like, everyone, it's a lot more worse than I thought it would be.
Why did you run off? Stay with the
I'm
group.
I don't believe that we should stay here for very long.
Okay, well, let's look.
Yeah.
I look for herbalism.
Is
I
everyone
have
back
nothing
in?
to do.
So everyone
We're
else,
all just searching.
everyone can roll an investigation. Lonan, you already rolled yours.
Sure.
So you were in a kind of a daze already, and it kind of already like the kind of like impending doom situation that you were in kind of
Okay.
is freaking you out.
15.
13,
Only did 13.
13, and
14.
14. So you guys, it takes you a bit longer than you were wanting to. You kind of look. Eventually, you see, kind of tucked behind another building, you see a shop with some flowers in front of it, and you can see it's like apothecary written across the top.
Alright.
I'd like to stealth. Like, I'm still gonna be with the group, but I want to go
So
stealth.
I'm going to take Tenaculum out of my bag. and instruct him to inflate like a balloon, like a giant chubby slug balloon, and leave him floating in the air outside of the building.
Okay.
I rolled an
11. So there's no one really around yet. In the distance, though, you can hear almost like a goose's honking coming from. No.
I was thinking what a goose sounds like.
Not like yeah, like from the mist, like a deep thundering sound.
Does it almost sound like
Do it again.
Does it almost sound like a like somebody's blowing like a horn?
No, it's more like it sounds very animalistic, very feral.
Okay.
Coming from the mist.
Alright, Pippin, let's go look inside.
Yeah, okay, I rush into the
And
alchemy
I'm
building.
going in there with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I stealthed?
Yeah, I was trying to say it, but I interrupted.
I was talking to my character.
I know, but I was in the middle of something with Eerie.
Alright, go for it.
So there isn't anything in the area.
For me to stealth.
For me to stealth, I
I'm
guess.
just trying to go to
You're
the
kind of like, so you are like moving between the buildings and like these small alleys that
Okay.
are between the buildings. They're not very large, but it's not. There's nothing really
It's
that
not
you're
super
hiding.
effective.
You can't see anything that you're hiding from, so you're having a hard time deciphering where to hide.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So you guys go in. Eerie and Lonan, are you guys staying outside?
I'm gonna stand outside the door and just be kind of like watching around.
Okay.
Alright,
to keep-
I'm going to walk into the middle of this little shop and I'm going to put my bag of holding on the ground and open it. And I'll be like, alright, Gray, throw every herb you can see into my bag.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll investigation again.
I'm curious, when we get into the building itself, is it like kind of like the back wall is like full of like different things like that?
Yep, there is as you walk in,
Shelves
it's
and
a
stuff.
very small storefront. You can imagine just from seeing what was outside, it looks like the back half of it is like their home.
Okay.
But you can
Good roll.
see a desk at the front covered in an assortment of small empty vials and of different sizes.
Okay.
And like a large shelf on the back with the center of the shelf being a glass locked case.
Okay.
Where
I
that
got
is filled with an
15.
assortment of things.
So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to grab every herb I can see and dump it in my bag, but I'm looking at every one before I grab it.
Okay, so you're going to be moving a bit slower because you're going to be trying to identify Lydia's filament.
I rolled a 23.
23 and you rolled a 15?
15.
So
I was
you
gonna go right behind the counter. and
Have
just-
found quite a few herbs. A lot of them, Talia and her family did take quite a few herbs. So they definitely already looks pilfered.
Yeah,
But you
it's like
are
they're
able
alive
to,
with it.
with your guys' rolls, you guys are able to find, I would say, about 15 gold pieces worth of supplies.
Okay.
Just out of the open shelves, but are you the locked cabinet, which you can see is quite a bit more full. Pippin, you see like 4 or 5, 4 vials of this very very bright red root that you identify as Lydia's filament, locked within this glass case.
Okay. Is there other stuff in there too?
There is other things. You haven't been able to grab anything
It's
out
a
of there
glass
yet.
case?
Yeah.
Okay, I grab like a
All the
hammer.
vials within it are also glass.
I put the hammer back in my bag.
Yeah, I was like, you had a high roll. I don't. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you knew.
I take out my little macro pipe turkey baster and suck up some acid out of one of my potion vials and squirt the acid at the lock.
Okay, roll to hit.
That is a 17.
17. Okay, roll your damage for it. And then I'm just gonna say that's the average amount of damage you did per hit, and we'll see how long
3.
it takes you. So 3. So it's probably gonna take you about a bit over a minute of acid splashing to get
So
through
I'm like just
this
pouring
metal lock.
acid into this lock.
And Gray, while you're doing this, you're kind of just throwing vials like into the bag of holding.
Yeah.
You're like at this point you're getting kind of like low. There isn't very much that you are seeing yet. So while you're doing this,
Okay.
Lonan and
Yes.
Eerie, what do you? So,
So-
you're staying outside, right outside the building. Tenaculum's floating kind of above your head in this balloon form.
I am running. I am going to look behind. So we're looking at we're looking at this little shop, looking around. How close are these other buildings to me?
It depends. It's not a very organized town. Everything's kind of
If I
ramshackle,
were to run
thrown
like
around.
1 minute away, is there like a house or like another shop near me or anything like that?
Oh yeah, within like a couple like.
While they are like
Few
looking,
steps.
while they are looking / looting, I'm going to run around to different buildings, and basically yell inside of them. So
Okay.
I start by. I run to the. I run to the.
Okay, roll a perception check.
All right.
I just pictured him opening a door and just be like,
12.
12. So you're screaming inside this house. It's like, help! Is there anyone here? You aren't getting any responses from the houses, but as you're running, you run through and you look to your right. There's a gap, and you can see that looming wall of mist and fog
Like approaching?
again.
Is it
And you
at
can
the
see
town?
it's not at the town yet, but you see like a shape fly out of it, and followed by another, There's a total of like 6 shapes of these large, like bird-like creatures.
Did they make eye?
Fly? You can't. They're still a little while away, so you just see them appear out of the blue, guys, almost like formed out of this mist. The purple condenses into almost this like brilliant, almost like in unnatural white as they fly towards the town.
I run back to the shop that they're in. The door's open, I'm assuming.
Yep, Erie's standing outside.
Everyone needs to hurry up right now. We have the Lugais is approaching and we need to go now.
I'm trying to melt this lock.
So Pippin, as you say that, it only takes you probably another like 20 seconds, and the lock, you hear, and it snaps and kind of like melts
open
away.
the
While
drawer
he's-
and I grab the vials.
While he's doing this, is there anything else in here that I can see that looks like it would be useful?
Roll investigation.
Gray is still grabbing.
Roll.
things.
Gray is
how
like
much?
throwing
How much did
stuff.
Greg grab for me?
That was Gray's 15 gold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were looking for filament specifically.
As I was grabbing it, I was throwing it.
Yeah,
back,
the
so it
15 was
wasn't-
that. I'm gonna have you roll again
Okay.
to see what you think is useful out of this container.
7.
What is this? Investigation?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do I roll so low, Libby? 7.
7. Gray and Pippin kind of pilfered
Sure.
already. So there isn't much left other than what's in the glass cabinet.
17.
17. So on top of the 4 vials
Mhm.
of Leandra's filament, you find another 10 gold pieces worth of
There's no back rooms or
supplies. Nothing special. Yeah, the only really unique thing that she left around would be the filament. Everything else is kind of just generic stuff.
All right, let's go.
Let's get out of here. Let's
I
go.
got it.
As we run
Grab
away,
my bag.
we're just gonna book it as fast as we can, and while we go, I'm going to grab onto Erie's hand and just like run.
So as you guys run out, Erie, you've seen this slowly landing as their boys are all inside. You see a large, beautifully brilliant swan lands on the rooftop.
Of where we are.
Yeah, no, right across.
Does she-
So you're. This is the building you guys are in,
Okay.
and
Put
you
on the
see
battle
it.
map.
Move your book further.
You see it land.
Where are we?
Oh, what? You guys pushed the table in too much. There you go. Okay. So you guys are. Erie is standing outside the shop right over here, and you see it cross a swan land, followed by another, and another, until the rooftops are almost like covered in these large, beautiful, brilliant-looking swans, just staring at you. You roll a quick perception on top of that.
Is she mesmer? Like I'm trying to hold her hand and like pull
You
her.
don't-
You guys, you're not outside of the building yet.
You're
This is
saying
happening
swan.
while you're looking around and
What am I
you're
rolling,
doing the walk.
perception?
Yep.
Oof.
8.
So
no.
you are like kind of like entranced by these animals, and like you feel a fear building within you because like why are these swans here? But you are like it's like you're not like paralyzed by it, but it's very like entrancing, and you
Okay.
don't realize like after a minute of staring at this one land, you notice that there's like almost a dozen landed on the rooftops other than this one
Okay.
Oh
staring
my
at
gosh.
you.
Where are they?
I haven't put them down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't. We need to get going.
All right, let's
Yeah,
go.
And as you
I
say
walk
that,
outside.
you hear a and you look up in a deep black darkness.
Does she look?
descends.
Does she still look? Does she look almost kind of like in like hypnosis?
I don't
No.
know if we can see.
Oh,
that.
No, Erie's fine.
She's
Erie,
not
she
like-
just
she's not like
you were
that.
kind of entranced by the one that landed first, and then didn't realize the
Okay,
rest.
so what's just happening right now?
You hear a flapping.
As you guys are about to leave the shop is when I'm seeing this.
Okay.
Yeah. So you guys are
So-
running out.
I don't even have
Yeah.
a chance to tell you because
Yeah.
you guys
So
are
I want
right
to see
here.
what is
This
it.
was happening very quickly.
Yeah.
You hear a big, the flapping of huge, heavy wings. You see a shape of blackness descend out of the mist. You can see it almost over top of the buildings at this point. Descend out of the mist and land, and it's a huge another swan, but this one is much larger than the ones, much larger than all of you.
Giant
Land
black swan.
right in front of you guys.
Big boy.
Yeah, big boy, as you land right
Oh,
outside.
no.
And I'm gonna have everybody roll initiative.
Oh my god.
Ah!
We can't even stay here that long because we're just gonna like get engulfed, man.
And
Initiative.
then we just have to plan ahead.
Initiative.
We gotta get out.
You know what? I rolled
We
pretty
gotta
good.
get-
So did I.
Oh my god. Yo, initiative's plus.
Plus your initiative.
Plus your
Dexterity.
dexterity.
No, dexterity.
Oh.
You're just
So-
you didn't bring
Oh,
up
it
text,
is.
did you?
No, mine's different.
It's
No, I
like-
didn't. We don't have any with them right now, anyways.
Nope. That's gonna be
They
standard.
weren't in there.
But
I
your
don't know
where they are.
dexterity is plus 4.
You get plus 4 in initiative? I thought, yeah.
Oh my god.
So all the dice are numbered, and these are all the swans that have landed.
So how many
on.
freaking swans are there?
I said there's almost a dozen.
I'm not good in battle.
We're all gonna die.
The problem.
And the large black one
Rob,
landed.
can I ask you, so if we try to like, I mean, I guess whatever. We're not even there. We're not even near anybody right now. Like,
See,
Just sitting at the door.
alright.
Did everyone roll
it's fine.
initiative?
Never mind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pippin, you're like in the doorway.
Okay.
So you're shown to be inside, but you're in the doorway. You're right there.
Can
Okay.
I, before we start battle, can I yell to the group really loud?
Well, everybody's around you. Everybody, you guys were running out of the building, so you're all
Sure.
together.
Okay. I just wanna
So
make
I
sure.
need to get everybody's initiative numbers. So let's get 25 to 20.
I got 23.
23.
Nice.
Here is number 1. Okay, 23. So 25 to 20, and then 19 to 15.
I got 17.
17. Anyone else? Anyone else? No. One second. I did this wrong. Okay.
I'm trying to remember all the stuff that I have.
I don't really know.
Okay, and then so 14 to 10.
12.
12. Okay. Oh man, how low did you roll?
Keep going.
Oh my god.
Numero? No.
1 second here, guys. I have a
Tell
lot
you,
of
man,
stuff.
this dice that I had is not real. Like, I
Garbo?
feel like it's like fake.
Solid dice like that actually aren't very balanced. Clear dice are more balanced.
So what did you
Because hard dice like that,
12,
they put a bunch
okay.
of junk in the plastic, so it's not weighted properly.
Well, I feel like that's why I rarely roll an at 20.
See, mine are clear.
Yeah,
Mine
clear
are
dice
clear
are
as
better.
well.
They feel the same way.
They're more balanced though.
Okay,
we're
so
Are they
9 to 1.
Yeah.
I'm picturing
Eight,
like a bunch of
eight,
swans,
okay.
and swans are pretty at first, and then you see all their scary swan teeth.
Yeah.
They're like,
Swans have
And
teeth.
then they come
swans
in.
have teeth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bite your
and they
finger.
that's why remember I made that rap yesterday about
Wait, they can bite
hissing
your finger?
gooses? They're terrifying.
Yeah,
Jeez.
dude.
I'm just picturing like they're all on the roofs looking at us. Aww.
Yeah.
And then a big one. Aww.
And this one's large and black and
They
like
do hit.
inhuman. It looks like as not inhuman, in animal. It doesn't look natural.
Inhuman.
It's the swan is very
Unlike the other swans, which are people.
They just have swan bodies and human faces.
Oh god, I hate that. But you see almost like its feathers are swirling and rippling, and then you recognize, because you're the one who's really looked at the mist. It looks like the mist is in the swan.
Oh, geez.
Creepy. Okay.
Okay, so
Who's first?
up first is Eerie.
Great.
Yeah.
They're on the rooftop still though.
Not Big Boy. Big Boy
Big
Black
boy landed in
Swan.
front of me.
Yeah, he like whoosh, and like right there.
Oh my goodness.
He will murder me if I try to do anything. Is the
Before
problem.
battle, I'm just gonna I yell, "We need to get out of here! I don't think we need to fight!" And then the battle, I guess, and then Eerie is just about to do her thing. We need to
Alright.
run. Is what I basically am saying.
What? There.
Come on, Eerie.
I don't even know.
I just want to stealth.
What?
You want to try to
can't.
hide?
Yeah.
In the middle of it.
So there's no. So you have to move. Right now you're kind of out in the open.
I want
Right.
to just. Is there an alleyway behind me that I can?
You can go off behind this building if you
See,
I'm
want.
gonna like try to cartwheel the f out of
Oh,
there.
yeah, so
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, and then roll stealth. The action is to hide.
Because none of my defenses are good against flying creatures. Like I
There-
don't have.
There's one on the ground in front of you.
Yeah, but he's big,
Mm-hmm.
and I am not strong. I don't have strength.
Oh, can you put Tenaculum down?
Wait, what am I rolling? Stealth. 24.
24.
I had
okay.
him outside.
Yeah, he's hovering right there. He was next to Eerie.
I'm just like, bite.
Yeah. Okay, so Eerie, you are hidden behind the wall.
I'm not fully running
You
away,
run, and the
but I'm
swans are like.
Where did she go?
Yeah.
They're like, huh?
Oh my god.
So next up.
I just am like,
See ya.
see ya.
Later.
Oh my goodness.
Later,
Okay,
kids.
this one's 7.
I suggest you all run.
Okay, so this swan is gonna fly up off the rooftop and go 40 and swoop down and make an attack at you, Loden.
Oh no.
That one.
Not one.
That one. Good start. Good
It
start.
just goes.
Can I retaliate by trying to?
No, it's staying there. You can't do anything.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
if
your
it-
turn.
but it didn't fly, so it's like hovering right above you and like
Okay.
hissing
Try
at
to
you.
intimidate you.
Next up, this one is gonna do the same. Do another one at Lonen. And that is gonna be a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, that hits. Okay.
Let me just double check this. I'm pretty sure that's right.
4 damage is gonna be done to you.
I gotta make page.
So as it like bites down on you with its weird tiny sharp goose teeth within its bill, and it sinks into your arm a little bit. Next up is Pippin. And you can see these geese, and then not geese, these swans, large and like they're almost the same size as you guys.
Oh, the white swans are almost as big as us?
Yeah, this one's huge, but swans are big animals. They're medium sized, so they're taking up around the same amount of space.
Okay, so I look over Lonen's shoulders and see him get bit by a swan, and I'm like, "Ah!" And I take out a little vial of dust, and I reach out the door, and I dump it over top of Gray's head, and all this glitter falls on you, and I'm casting Shield of Faith on you.
Okay.
Oh, so you have +2 to your armor for the duration. And that's my action, and as my bonus action, I am going to command Tenaculum, my flying slug, to
Okay.
do acid spittle at the swan right in front of him.
Okay, so at 7. So roll your stuff.
So to hit, that is
What was your initiative again?
20
What was it?
17.
Okay, yeah, sweet. Okay.
So that is a 17 to hit.
Okay.
Does that hit?
17, yeah.
And that is 3 acid damage.
3 acid damage. Okay. So it kind of hits it, and it's almost like the acid almost goes through it, and like you see mist appear from like where the sparks are, and it hisses. And then, it looks definitely hurt, but it doesn't really hit a corporal body.
So
Almost.
Smackdown's like, "Pfft."
Yeah. And
Alright.
there's acid burning on the floor. But,
That's
like,
my
the
turn.
misty holes are like appearing out of the swan. Next up is the big swan out front. And the big black one is going to look around and look at everyone, like each of you guys, not you, because you're hiding,
I'm
with like these weird, like intelligent eyes.
Mm.
And it's going to make a huge,
nose.
call out a large, like terrifying, like hissing honk.
Aww.
And mist is gonna like burst out of its mouth as it does that. And all of you guys need to make
Not me.
the 3 boys need to
Boys?
make
What about Tenaculum? Oops.
nah, he doesn't count. He's
Okay.
not. You need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no. I don't like this.
9.
9.
9.
4.
Oh boy! Okay. So all of you
Come
are
on.
just this mist, like you breathe it in, and it just stops you, paralyzes you in your tracks.
You idiots. I did. None of you did.
And you guys just
I
stop.
can't even run yet.
You guys are like frozen by this like inevitability of the bog and the blue geist, like approaching.
We're
and,
just like-
taking over you.
Is this a disease?
Dank.
This dank mist.
Okay, yeah, and then
So what condition did we get?
you guys are incapacitated.
Is this a disease then?
Are you sure?
You
We're
guys are,
unconscious.
oh wait, you have advantage on being charmed, correct?
Yeah.
Roll again.
Oh, it's
That's worse, wasn't it?
No, it's better. 8. No, it's worse.
Yeah.
We're incapacitated. That means we're unconscious.
Yeah, you can be charmed, though, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
We're unconscious?
No, incapacitated, not unconscious.
No.
So you guys can't take an action or reaction, and you guys
Right.
cannot, and you guys' speed is reduced to 0.
Great work,
And
everyone.
they
Yeah.
have advantage on their.
No,
Epic,
our
epic,
speed is not
epic.
reduced to 0.
Nope, it's also an effect of the ability.
Damn us to Rinky.
Actions or reactions. So no bonus actions, no actions,
And
no
then-
actions.
To Lone and Bluebane.
Okay. So, next up, you guys won't be able to do actions, so I'm just gonna roll. This
Help
one.
us, Eerie.
So all of you are dead, and I'm.
Yeah, you see no one running out, and all this. You see the swans just. You can see them around the corner, just like flop towards the entry. All of them are gonna fly up, and they're not all gonna be able to actually get there.
Is it my turn?
No,
No.
the swans all get an action first, and they all can't hit. But 5, 1,
We're,
4
like,
are all gonna hit you.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 is going to hit Tanakion, but the rest can't get to anyone. So I'm just going to do one roll for. I'm going to do 2 rolls.
Willow and Akron are gonna come back next week, and they're just gonna be like,
I
well,
hope that they watch this.
Are we gonna be
Okay,
missing
so-
buffets from the birds?
1 and 5 hit. Because they rolled. Yeah, everybody hits. Because they rolled 21.
What's your armor right now?
20.
21, and the other ones rolled 23. So they rolled really high.
Jesus
we
Christ.
should have got there.
So. You were going to take 8 no, you're going to take 8 damage.
Okay, from the first one?
No, from both attacks. You're going to take 8 damage total.
Oh, okay.
Tenaculum is going to take 6 damage.
Oh, Tenaculum.
And then we're going back to the top of round, but Eerie,
How
to
much
your
damage
left,
did he take? 8.
8 damage. No,
Sorry.
6. So
6.
Eerie, to your left, you can see across. You can see out of town. You can see a mist encroaching from the Lugeist. It's getting close
What's my way? What is the way out of town?
this way. So
This way.
this is the Lugeist. Everybody on the stream can't see it yet. And this is the Lugeist. It's approaching this way, and this is the way out of town.
Okay.
Okay.
This
Okay.
direction.
So am I still stealthed?
They haven't seen you yet. No one attacked you, but you saw all of the swans. You see,
Right, but if
a
I move,
swarm.
am I unstealthing or am I
You
still
will
stealth?
break stealth.
Okay.
You have to try to hide.
If I peek my head around the corner and were to throw something, would they be able? Would I have a
It
good
will
line
de-
of sight to them?
Yeah, you can see this one for sure.
Okay.
Tenaculum, you can kind of see Tenaculum floating still. You saw him get hit, but they can't see you, and they might be able. You might like avoid notice still.
Gray is like surrounded by swans. Are like, and he's like,
Okay.
I'm not even like, I'm just like, eh. So.
So
yeah,
I'm
and
going
you didn't,
to-
but you did not see the mist, so you don't know what's happening to the boys.
So I'm going to just kind of lean around the corner, and with my right arm, with the best aim I can roll,
Yeah.
I am going to chuck my black paper popper.
Okay. Your black paper popper
My
from a few
mystery
sessions ago.
paper popper.
Okay.
I don't know what it does.
So where do you
At
want
the
to throw
group
it?
of swans.
Show me where you want to hit.
Oh my
Like
god.
this is 3. Like right.
I want it to land like here if possible.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna get you to roll. Just because that's a bit, it's gonna be over their heads. I'm gonna have you roll a. You're not proficient with random throwing stuff, so
Nope.
just roll a dexterity. Just roll, and add your dexterity to it.
An improvised ninja weapon?
Improvised weapons aren't monk weapons, so she doesn't get that.
12.
12. Okay, so I will say that hits. It wasn't like a crazy throw. I just wanted to see if you failed miserably and hit us one in the head.
Okay.
So you throw it, and within the
It's gonna be something stupid, guys.
within the group of the
they all
swans,
double inside.
you see a green cloud fill the space between all of these swans,
Which one?
and
It
right
landed
here, it
right
landed right in the
here.
center. I can show everybody right in the center between 7, 6, and 9, and it's great, and a large 5-foot cloud of foul-smelling skunk smoke fills the area. And you can see the
Stink
swans
bomb.
look around, disoriented, like oh. And you can see them just like disgusted, like they have a disgusted.
Disgusted.
They're like
Right.
looking around looking for what happened, but you get they didn't see where it came from because it landed like straight in the middle.
Yeah.
Of them. Okay.
Okay, so I'll just stink on.
Yeah, that would have been that is your action.
Great.
So you're done.
Awesome.
Okay.
You can still
Okay. I was hoping it was.
You can still move.
I'm gonna run around. I'm gonna try. I know I can only move so many steps.
The
Yeah.
mist is right
That's the
there.
mist.
I don't know that though.
Yeah,
can
you
see
did.
it.
I said you
Oh, I
saw
do
it.
know
You saw
that.
the mist.
Okay, can I go this way then?
Well, without breaking spell.
Well, hopefully they're not looking down this alley.
So you want to run here? The building goes here as well.
Oh, it goes.
So you can
right
try to
the
run
edge of
around
the
this
wall.
way.
That's what I want to do. I
But
don't
you'll
know
be
what-
off the map.
I can't really see. I just kind of want to come around the side of this building the other
Okay,
way.
so I will say you can run. So
She has 40 feet.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 40. 40? So you're off the map right now.
All right.
So area is not even in combat.
I'm trying to
currently.
come around from another angle that I didn't run. Maybe I can get a better
Yeah.
vantage.
So you guys are all.
Because I'm trying to do what the hell to do for you guys.
So wait. Okay. So Gray, after your turn last turn, you got hit. You are no longer affected. The smoke has cleared from your eyes. The fear of the Luggeist is like drained out of you.
And it smells really bad.
And it smells terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you are kind of present again.
I feel like it smells like
So
farts.
now, Erie's running. So, these two are going to make an attack on Lonan. I'm just going to roll for them together. They miss Lonan, both of them. So nothing happens there. Pippin, you are just terrified. So your turn is skipped.
Wait, where do you?
What?
Yeah. You're still affected by the charm.
Where do you find
No idea.
This one is going to attack. How much Nakinum's armor class?
What's
Did
his
you
armor
get
class?
Yeah.
They should be.
His armor class is 13.
Okay, so it misses.
Yeah.
And now,
Slimy.
and big boy, the big black swan is just going to maintain this like watch over you. And maintain whatever magics it has put on to the two Lonan and Pippin. Next off.
I don't even get a saving throw?
Nope. You Gray are gonna get attacked by the swan next to you. What's your armor class? Oh, never mind, it misses. I rolled a 2. And then it is your turn, Gray, as the swan just bites out and hits you. And you see that behind you, Pippin, and beside you, Lonan, are just like paralyzed. And you can see this strange mist of the Luggeist like swirling around them.
Alright, well, I gotta make a way out for her, so
Yeah.
I'll start attacking numero 50.
Number 5, okay, roll to hit.
So, I'm going to... There we go. That is gonna be a 16 to hit.
That hits. So you can roll your damage. And this was your first attack.
Yes. That is a D8. That is going to be 7 damage.
7 damage. Okay. So you cleave through this swan with one of your strikes. And it almost, again, similar to how the acid splash from, the acid spittle from Tenaculum went straight through the swan while leaving that mark. You almost like cleave the swan in half, but it's still flying. And it's still like
They're, like,
flapping its
made out of
wings. I mean, you can see within it, beneath the brilliant white, is the disgusting, foul-smelling mist of the Luggeist. As you click through it. Okay, and it's looking very like, and it's like droops in the sky a little bit.
Okay, and then as my second attack,
So this is your offhand attack for
Yeah.
stream.
that is going to be 17 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, this time I'll use a smite.
No, can you smite?
Yeah, on any attack.
Okay.
On any, I can just pick, but
Is
yeah.
it a reaction? Or you're using your other smite, not your
my
spell
normal
smite.
smite.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I
don't
thought
have
you-
the spell smite.
I thought you were using a spell smite. Okay.
No, just
okay.
divine smite.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
So I'm gonna do 1d8, and then I'm gonna do the extra damage 2d8 for first level.
Okay. So
So base damage is gonna be a perfect 8.
I am not gonna set you before the radiant damage of the smite even activates. The swan just dissipates into nothing. Yeah, because you rolled perfect and you doubled its remaining health.
Does your sword like glow?
Yeah, it begins to glow.
Well, it doesn't glow; it turns black.
Yeah, before the darkness surrounds your
Anti-light.
sword. Yeah, before like the void, the almost antimatter light.
Is that a flower pot?
Yeah, it's a flower pot.
Oh, okay.
So you can't even really get out that way. The sun is on top of it. But you can climb over. It would just be a difficult terrain.
Alright, guys, we've killed one out of the hundreds of swans
Yeah.
that are swarming us. Erie's gone.
Tossing stink bombs at us.
I'm like dazed and
But-
confused.
Swan number.
I didn't know what it was.
These two swans are actually flying away, and they're gonna fly this way
Oh.
because
Well,
of the
thank God I
strange.
fucking moved. I mean, thank God I moved.
They're looking for you.
I swear.
Yeah, because of the strange. But they only move that far, and they're like kind of confused. Next up is this one, and this one is gonna fly up and take this one's place.
On top of the flower pot.
Yeah, yeah.
We're just
Okay.
trapped.
And
There's no
it's
going
gonna take some hits. Okay, and that's what's your armor?
20.
And 20. Oh, it misses. It only rolled 19.
You're
so
welcome.
so it misses. This one can't get anywhere. And now this number one is gonna take a hit at you.
No.
Oh, not 20.
Oh, yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, not 20. Okay. You're gonna take 8 piercing damage. As it kind of like just jabs at you with its beak right in your nose. So you have a little bit of a bloody nose now. It's not fun. Kind of hit you right in the face.
Ow.
Okay, top of the round. Eerie. So you glance behind you as you're
I don't
running.
get a
You haven't been hit yet.
Okay.
So you are still affected by the charm.
So am I.
But you can't roll to get out of it?
Nope.
No.
Jeez.
We're just losing
So-
our hands.
Yikes.
Eerie, behind you, you see the mists of the Lugeist crawling and creeping, the hands clawing at the ground,
Every round
enveloping
it's
the
getting
buildings. Okay, and Eerie, you're up.
Alright, I'm going to move towards the one on the flower pot.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
She can go diagonal across that.
No, she can't because of the corner. You can't do
Okay.
corners. 35, 40. So you can make it here total
Can I
if you
reach
want.
it with my arms?
No.
It's a bit too far away.
Do you have any daggers or anything?
I have my quarterstaff and my fists.
You don't have any daggers?
Do you know how many
You
throwing
should
knives?
have throwing weapon.
I don't have it written down that I have any throwing weapons.
Let me just double check for my fiddling.
You can take an action and do a patient defense.
Are you showing them incapacitated?
Yeah,
Yeah, I love the cards. They're very nice.
The-
You have to do the makeup thing where you put your hand
should have
behind
to-
it.
That's
so
the
it
wrong.
focuses.
That's the wrong side.
I showed them both.
Wait,
Oh.
you should have actually 10 darts in your equipment.
Yeah, you
Oh.
you have that
Yeah,
just
so you
base
can use
9.
those darts.
So if you want to stay, you can stay over here and
I
throw from there
did
too.
not know that.
And where do you want to be?
Sorry, guys.
No, don't worry. It's something that we just looked over.
Yeah, so I don't want to go that far then because I didn't think I had any long range weapons.
Yeah, you have your darts.
Okay, yeah, let me throw some darts.
Okay, so you can be right here, and you can step out and then step back and have half,
Okay.
3/4 cover.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're good.
What do I need to,
It's the same as your quarterstaff,
Yeah,
but a ranged attack.
Yeah, but it's 1d6 damage, I think.
Plus 4?
I
Plus your
think
dexterity,
Yeah.
So 4.
Yeah.
I think it does 1d4 damage.
It's 1d4.
Yeah.
So,
Light kunai is 1d6.
That's
You're
because
just
it's a
wrong.
monk weapon.
Yeah.
It's
You're-
just a dart.
No,
Mon-
when you
darts
play a
are
monk, it
darts
counts as
are
a monk
weapons,
weapon.
and you have a
She's a
strong,
monk,
but
though.
she doesn't have a. She only has a d4 monk dice right now. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, what did you roll?
I rolled an 8.
An 8 plus your dexterity
So,
plus your proficiency.
So it's 4. Total's 4.
this is just rolling the hit.
No, it's plus 6.
Yeah, roll it to hit. We're seeing if we're hitting first. So you
Yeah,
rolled 8
my
on the
dexterity
dice.
is 6, so we're already at
14.
14.
Okay.
Plus 4?
No, that's your saving throw. Dexterity, not that one.
So it'd be just the 8 plus 6 there.
Okay, yeah, so
So
14.
14.
14, okay.
Yeah.
14 hits.
What?
14 hits. So roll your damage. 1d4 plus your.
Just adding all your stats together.
Yeah.
So my strength, my wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
That one.
39
Yeah.
to hit.
Yeah, you set off a mini nuke.
1d4 plus 9.
1d4
She throws her
plus your
dart.
dex.
The whole town.
Right? Or is it? It's just plus
My
Seven.
dex,
body
right?
explodes.
7.
Yeah.
So 7 damage. Okay, so it pierces straight through the swan and falls into the flower bed, but you can see like the misty body like pouring out of it, almost like wounds coming out of that, almost like blood pouring out of a wound, but it's like this fog, and it turns its head and hisses at you.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
So now 7 and 8 will once again go for 11.
Can they like act when they hit me? Can they like knock me out of this whole situation?
They can, but they missed you last time.
Right.
Yeah.
Hit me.
They missed again. They only roll. They
There's
roll.
only one attack.
They roll. I'm rolling both at
I
once
have
just to
such
speed
good
up
things that I
combat.
can do.
Yeah, they're
me
They're
too.
rolling super terribly.
It's okay. They can actually attack you.
They
I'm
haven't-
still in the building.
Yeah.
They attack.
Yeah, so
You're
next,
still looting. You're like.
so next,
Someone needs to attack the big swan that's like concentrating on
number
the spell.
3 will also fly this way and look for the weird stuff. Then it's Pippin who skips, and then it's this one who's concentrating, and then it is these ones who fly a bit farther, but they're gonna go. They're gonna fly back. They're gonna fly back, but they won't make an attack.
Looking for Eerie.
Yeah, they're looking for where that terrible smell came from.
They won't make an attack?
No, they're gonna just kind of like fly here.
Convenient.
Next up is Gray. Gray's up.
That was fast. I'm going to.
Because number this
Heal.
one's dead.
Oh my god.
No, I don't know what that means.
I just thought of something. I can tell you. 'cause
Yeah, don't
I'm
say it.
trying
No
to-
metagaming.
No metagaming, Nick.
I'm
Yeah,
not.
come on. So what are you up to?
Nick, just type.
That's cheating. No phones.
Disadvantage.
Yeah, dead. No, Pippin dies. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might as well be.
Not my fault. You guys rolled so bad. You had advantage.
How do I swear, I'm gonna throw these dice in like a volcano.
You have to get rid of them.
I know.
You need Lonin. Okay, you need Lonin colored dice.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go. Where are we at?
I do need
Yeah,
to.
Gray.
I'm just checking one thing. That's an action. That's an action. Okay. Let me just check one last thing.
Okay.
But I'm going to.
So prepare your actions before guys.
Don't worry, I've had my action for 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had no.
You still have concentration though on you.
I know I do,
You're lucky.
yeah.
Luckily.
Yeah.
Charm doesn't. I don't
Okay.
think Charm breaks that. I'm gonna rule right now that Charm doesn't break concentration. Currently.
Okay, so I'm going to. Attack number 10.
Number 10. Okay. Roll to attack with your first hand.
17.
Hits. That's hits. You guys roll really hard when you guys have.
Wow.
6.
Oh, it is like you like knock the head straight off the swan, but it's still flapping. It is still there, and as much as it's not making noise, this has this like the mist doesn't dissipate. It just has no head.
I guess I'm gonna do the second attack to him as well.
Okay.
14.
Hits.
Okay.
Okay, and
8.
how are you gonna
Perfect.
hit it? What do you want to do?
On this same spot, it didn't work once, so I'll do it again.
Okay, so
Yeah,
you cleave
a little bit
right
harder.
through again,
Yeah.
and this time it dissipates into mist, disappearing completely. The brilliant whites fading into that deep purple. Okay.
This time, though, I want to actually like step over the flower.
Okay, so
Difficult terrain.
Yeah. So
yeah,
Yeah.
this one also gets an opportunity attack
Yeah,
against
right.
you.
No.
He
Oh,
falls
nat
over.
20.
Does that have advantage?
Yeah, they all have pack tactics.
Are you disengaging?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm moving away from there.
Because you guys are
So you're
trapped.
getting another 8 hits as this one bites at
He's
the
at
back of your
5
at the back of
HP.
your head. And it
5
hits just the
HP.
nape of your neck as you're running
And-
off.
I buffed his armor too.
Get over the
He
flower.
has 20.
Okay, so now the other one gets
And then-
hit on you.
Did you say that the one got a nat
That
20?
one misses though.
Yes.
Yeah, that got a
That
crit.
was double crit on
So, but that one misses. Number 4
Okay.
misses.
And miss it.
Okay. So, next up is this one here. And it missed you, so it's going to take a step forward. And it's going to just bite at Lonan.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's gonna help
attack me.
That's cocked.
That is going to be a 21 to hit.
Are you missing with advantage on these things?
Yeah, I
They
was
all
rolling
have
6s and 2s.
No, I know, I said-
yeah,
I said
I was
he's miss-
rolling
he's missing
literal
with advantage
garbage.
on
I
it.
hit you this time. So you're gonna take 5
Alright, good stuff, good
bludgeoning
stuff. And I
damage
wake
as
up,
it
right?
whacks its head off of you, and this mist clears as you see.
The gooser's like.
You know how giraffes fight? This is like that.
So 5 damage?
Yep, 5 bludgeoning, and you see just surrounded this looming large black swan still behind you, and then just like a crowd of
It's just like.
swans.
Wow.
Yeah. Next up, this one is gonna fly in off the roof because it's been chilling the whole time and take a hit at Lonan.
Just chilling.
It hasn't taken a single attack yet. 21 again. And you're gonna take 6 piercing damage as it takes a nice big tries to take a bite out of you.
Interesting.
Next up is Lemon. It's your turn.
Wow, finally.
Lemon's first turn of the combat.
Lucky you.
I feel I should really. It's like this. Yeah, at least you get to do stuff this time.
Alright. I will.
You've been doing. You've hit a good hit.
I threw a stink bomb at them.
Did
And
it
a
do anything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It distracted 4 of them.
It smelled really bad.
Imbuing my arrow, would I like?
You would
are
get-
these blocking?
You're gonna get disadvantage if you do a ranged attack because they're like right beside you.
No, the big boy though.
You can hit him.
You.
He's tall.
They would get cover because there's 2.
Like I can't see. Like I would have to shoot up and hope to hit him.
It would be hard. Yeah.
Am I gonna get disadvantage shooting that
It's
too?
half cover, which half cover does.
It increases his armor.
Yeah, so it'd be harder to hit because there's so many swans in the way.
That's what I said. So like they're basically blocking my view then. At this point.
Yeah, and you don't know that Pippin is still charmed.
What does that have to do with
I don't know. I'm just saying. He doesn't know this much.
the... Oh, I was thinking about his head.
Okay, so I will. I am going
Just do
to. And when I shift into my form, does that count as a bonus action?
Yeah, your shift is a bonus action.
All right.
Alright, yeah, what?
Then what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm going to attack the one that's in front of me.
Okay. Are you just as normal? What are you
I
attacking
can't
with?
do with range because it's gonna be disadvantage.
So what weapon? Are you
rapier.
using? Rapier. So you pull out your rapier and you're gonna attack number 8 right in front of you. So
Yep.
you can roll a hit.
Yep. Yeah, 23
23 hits. So roll your damage.
damage.
Bam.
8.
8 damage, and you pierce straight through the heart of the swan, and like a surprised look on its face, and it just dissipates.
Good.
It's gone right off the bat.
Get out of there. And then I'm going to make a bonus action, and I'm going to shift into my wolf form.
Okay.
What happens?
Oh!
Yeah. The dyed hair that Pippin gave me goes like completely gray. So as I shift back, I go back into my normal color.
Except for
and
the top.
Except for the top, and I completely shift into my wolf form.
Yeah.
And I go for I think that counts as a bonus action, so I can't lunge towards anything.
Yeah, you don't get your bonus action attack this
Yeah.
turn.
But I'll take a short rest. Just
But you do get your temporary hit points.
I do, yes.
Yep. So
Yeah.
make sure to turn off for that.
And I also my AC has gone up to 16 instead of 15 now.
Yep.
What's my temporary hit points? I regain 1d10 plus 2.
Nope.
No.
No, that's your.
Oh, that's my second win.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That
Nice
would
try.
be so
So
true.
while-
Try
Hey,
cheater.
hey.
Yeah.
So Gray, you're gonna
Also,
get attacked
talk
by,
in your wolf voice.
I will.
by number 1 right here.
Okay.
Misses. I got 2 now ones.
What's my temporary?
I don't know your shifter stuff.
Yeah, you gotta keep track of your.
I know. I was on here. Rage public.
It's okay.
I don't even know my own stuff.
Okay.
You're like,
Parrot.
I have darts.
I have dark.
Okay, so now
Who am
the
I?
blue guy progresses once more, but none of you can see it now.
Oh,
As the mist.
I can't. I'm still in the freaking herbalist shop.
Would you get out of there?
I'm just like,
He's like, we're all down!
how did he even see me?
This is scary.
He can
Must
see
be in the area
around
of
you, yeah.
effect.
Okay, now it's Eerie, you're back.
Great.
So now Gray is in your way.
Yeah.
You see Gray move. You have seen all this stuff. You like hit the swan, and Gray lunges over, like
You can
dodging
run in and
attacks.
actually hit now, though.
I know. I'm going to run in
Okay,
and
so
actually hit.
10, 15, 20, 30, 35.
And I'm going to try to smack that swan straight on top of the head with my quarterstaff.
Okay, so roll the hit. I was just through my phone.
Oh.
My doggies.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Yeah, I can
That's
pass it
a
back.
hit.
Only Pippin isn't.
21.
21 hits. So you're
Alright.
attacking number 1.
Get her done.
So
Roll your damage.
1d6.
Are you doing 1 hand or 2 hand before?
2 hand.
2 hand. Okay, so 1d8.
Ooh, 1d8.
Yeah.
8 plus 4.
Wow.
So 12.
12. You just honestly, like, you make impact and the neck crumbles into
Great.
itself as it, like, just
You hit the top of
bursts.
I want it to
Almost
sound
like-
like an accordion.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
it blows up into, like, a supernova
Good.
of
Nice.
fog.
I'm a super. You can still do more though. You can do another attack.
Yeah, let's do that.
You have to rush forward to the next game.
Yeah,
I'll
you
rush
have to
forward to
move
the
forward.
next goose, and I want to try and like get its feet
So
up.
you have to. You can do your
Unarmed.
Oh, I can.
unarmed. So you can either
okay.
do one for
So
free.
let's do flurry of blows.
There you go. You can do boom boom.
And I'll spend 1 key point
Okay.
to add.
So we're gonna do 2. So you can either hit 2 or 4 from where you are.
I want to hit 2.
2. Okay. So roll for your unarmed attack.
Oh, nice. Good
Same
job.
thing, 21.
21. That hits. So roll your d4.
D4 triangle. There you go.
It's more of a pyramid.
Three.
Plus 6.
Plus 4.
Plus 4.
Yep.
So
7.
7. Okay. That again. You punch it right in the beak, and it accordions once more into its face as it
You can do
bursts.
another attack.
Yeah,
And you
because I
still
get
have one
another
more.
one.
Yeah, because you
And then you
specified
get
Fury of
four.
Blow.
Fury runs in and just starts devouring.
Yeah, just like.
Where did you come from?
I was here, I swear.
Do I roll the hit again?
Yeah, you have to roll it again.
Nice.
So 19.
19. That hits.
Mm-hmm. And 8.
8. Oh, then that once again. How do you want to kill this one?
I want to. I'm punching, right?
Yeah, these are fast.
Yeah. Yeah, just right in the. I want to punch it right in the stomach.
Right in the stomach,
Yeah.
and it falls out of the sky, and as soon as it hits the ground, like the mist
Yeah.
pours.
Alright. You're welcome, everyone.
That was,
Well
Yeah,
done,
you
well
just took out 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
that was pretty insane.
This one, upon seeing that happen, is gonna rush and like fly straight at you.
Disengage?
No, because it's still in your
What do we
area.
And I don't have any. I don't have any
Disengage.
moves left.
No,
right?
you moved
It's
all
still,
the way.
it's still within your range.
Yeah, so it didn't move out of your range at all. So this is gonna fly and go straight at you, Yuri.
Alright.
Only normal. And I rolled 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna take 5. I won't say bludgeoning because it's like hitting you with its beak right in your gut.
Okay, hold on. I just got. You can go ahead. I just have to update.
Yeah, no problem. You can do that now. Next up is not Pippin, but number 3, who flies around the corner. He's gonna fly actually above the building. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and it's gonna go straight. Straight. It can only see low end, so it's gonna go for low end.
Can it reach him?
Yeah, it has 60 flying movement.
Oh god.
So it's gonna fly you Lonin, and it's gonna has advantage. Okay, so then it's gonna hit for a 23.
I don't think I updated my hit point stuff for my rest accidentally.
Yeah, you should have been full. So it's gonna do another 5 bludgeoning as you get hit in the head by a kick from a swan from above.
A kick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You said?
Those swan kicks.
6 damage?
No, 5. Next up.
Attack the big one, free me.
I'm trying.
Make
That
your
keeps
way-
I'm making
swarming.
my way.
Yeah.
make
So
your
next
way
up,
down.
the black swan wants this one. The black swan's actually gonna take a step back.
Oh.
Big boy.
Big
boy.
boy.
Yeah.
And this one is gonna fly over top into this area and take another hit alone. And that misses.
Good, good, good.
Okay, and now it is Gray's turn.
Alright.
So
Go
Gray,
back.
you're
Go back
gonna
onto that flower
lumber
pot.
on top of the flower pot once more.
He's just
You're just these daisies that were in there are just destroyed. They're just crushed.
Yeah, way to go.
Those are actual herbs there.
No, that was another 100 gold pieces. Oh.
Okay, so I am going to simply just attack number 7 here
Okay.
with my first attack.
And number 7 already has like acid spittle holes in it.
That is a 23.
Oh, that hits.
A 22.
Still, they have like incredibly low armor class. You guys have like overshot
That is
hit
going to
count of
be 11 points of damage.
11. It just gone. It's just like you almost like absorb the essence into the sword.
Yee.
Like it looks like it gathers and then goes. Okay.
And then I'll walk into its place.
Okay.
And then
So that's 15 movement.
15. And then can I stand on the other side so I'm blocking area?
Yeah. So you can move here.
Oh wait, no. I want to take that. I should have healed.
Ooh. Okay. So now you have a bonus action if you want still.
Just leave it.
I'm just gonna go back right now.
Wait. So you walked here and then you want to walk back, or do you want me to just cancel your walk?
Cancel.
Okay. Yeah. We
Can
won't
I just
move
stay on
it.
the flower pot? I don't want to stand next to any.
Okay, so well, you don't move. You're just
Yeah.
squatting on this flower
Starts
pot.
like Mario on his way down.
Dun, dun, dun.
So
He comes out of the other flower pot.
Yeah.
next up, we go straight to Loden.
Yes. Okay.
And there's still 2 swans in front of you.
Okay, so now I am shifted. And I'm going to go again with another rapier attack on the one that's right in front of me.
Okay, I love the idea of this big wolf holding a rapier.
Yeah. The only thing I can really do at this point.
What did you roll?
Not
One.
Ah, no!
Oh,
So you
no.
stumble and fall to a knee.
So it'd be a 6, but yeah. that's
Still, it's in that one. It
It's in
auto
that one,
fails.
doesn't matter
Auto
anyways.
fail.
And I can do a
Get rid of those dice.
1d6 as a bonus damage for my long tooth, like shifting strike.
You still have to hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So roll the hit. Are you attacking number 3 or number 9?
The one right in front of me.
Okay, so number 3.
And plus 1 is it?
Oh.
Yeah, 1d6 plus 1 piercing, so that's a 14.
14 to hit?
No, 14 to hit. Yeah.
Yep, okay, that's good.
Okay.
Okay, so now roll your damage.
1d6. 2.
2 damage? Just okay.
Wow.
So you claw on a rake. And
Oh, sorry,
what?
3
It's a
because
bite.
it's plus 1
Okay,
piercing.
so a raking of your claws brings out more of the mist across its chest, but it's still flapping and honking,
What do you
and
say?
screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's your woody like come back? Just like. So next up, top of the round again.
Guys, this nest is gonna kill us.
I know, that's the,
Literally.
it's literally one more turn and it's on us.
No, not quite. Okay, so
The
now
turn-
Erie, you're up.
Eric, mow those geese down.
They're swans.
Can I try and run past those swans and just go to Big Boy?
So you would get an opportunity attack, get hit by an opportunity attack from this one, but you can if you'd like.
I'd like to try.
Okay, so I will try to hit. It doesn't get advantage. What's your armor class?
17.
Okay, it misses. So it goes to hit you with its weird goose teeth, and you run by, and so you can run over here.
Alright, so yeah, I'm going to two-handed quarterstaff it on the head.
Okay. It's quite a bit taller, so you can try to hit it in the head, but it's quite
But
far
like,
away.
a side swipe then.
Yeah.
You're hitting the big one. Yay!
Yes.
Break its concentration.
Nice!
Nat 20!
Nat 20! Woo! Okay.
Finally.
So you're good. So you can make your roll your dice twice, and then add them together, and then add your bonuses. Your bonus.
What are you attacking to?
So I roll a 1d6.
The 1d8 because double-handed is d8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, d6 is single-handed for.
This is my quarterstaff, yes.
quarterstaff.
I get to roll it twice and then add my bonuses to each roll?
No, just one.
Just
You
one.
just add one bonus, but you get to roll the dice twice.
7.
7.
Ooh, good start.
7.
Oh, 14.
Plus your bonus.
Plus
4.
4, so 18.
18. Okay, so
Holy
18
crap.
damage. Wow.
Does it break
That's-
concentration?
Big boy damage. You're still unconscious.
Rob?
Hit it again.
It does not break concentration.
Come on.
Hit it again. Flurry of blows. Flurry
It's-
of blows.
Yep.
Flurry of
So
blows.
18.
Spending my last key point.
But it is looking hurt. You like just basically destroy half of the black swan's face
Oh my
as you
God.
hit it over.
It's like, you know, when like
As it
Daffy
dissolves.
Duck's beak goes like.
yeah. And this one, you can see part of its face dissolve. And roll a just roll an intelligence check for me really quick. Just pure intelligence.
12.
12. So it looks familiar for some reason. The way it's dissolving is familiar to you. For some reason.
Familiar.
Okay.
Okay. So next up, are you gonna take any bonuses?
Yeah, I'm flurry of blows.
Okay, so
and
spend
I'm
the
gonna
key
spend
point?
a key point also.
So
Okay,
you can
so
do 2 more
spend the key-
attacks.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that was a 5.
Okay, so 5.
Well, plus. So it's plus 4, right? No, plus 6.
So 12.
So 11.
11 misses.
And then one more.
So this one like beats back and is like
Come on. 8. So 14.
14. Hiss it. Hisses. Hiss. It hisses as you hit it, actually.
And my fists are
1d4.
4 plus 4.
This is it.
Come on, guys. It's not gonna be enough. If I couldn't.
Just roll. Just
Here's
roll.
all
4,
8.
8. Oh.
8. Okay.
He has to
So
roll
it-
for concentration.
your fist sinks deep into its body, and it fails.
Yeah.
So
do I wake
Pippin,
up? I don't even know if that's how it
Pippin's
works.
eyes clear and the mist fades from around his head.
How
As your
long
fist
has it been?
And now
sinks deep.
Big
been
Boy
10 years.
murders me.
So it is now Pippin's turn for the second time this
Oh,
combat.
yay. Okay, I would like to step out of the building
So 5.
Hello.
and look at my allies,
everyone.
and everyone's got like beak bites all over
Yeah,
them.
you haven't been hit yet.
And I'm gonna take out a potion vial
Uh-huh.
that's like full of a fluid, and I'm gonna open it and drop like a little Mento in, and shake it up, and then open it and shoot out my ray of sickness at the big boy.
Big boy. So you have to take another step forward because right now you're kind of blocked by Big Boy. If you want to like not have.
That's fine. I'll take a step forward.
Yeah, that's fine. Now you can see him. I just wanted to let you know.
Don't hate me.
Yeah. So now roll your stuff.
So ray of sickness.
Oh,
19.
That hits.
Nice.
Well, 19 plus 6.
Oh, now it misses.
35.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Much.
need to
Ooh.
make a ray of sickening green energy lashes out towards the target. On hit, the target takes a lot of damage.
This is only first level, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. I can't cast second level spells.
I didn't think so.
6 plus 2,
8.
8 poison damage. I must
Meh.
make a constitution saving throw. What?
How was it die?
Yay!
Big boot.
So I want to shoot my little like Coke and Mentos potion blast, and then when it hits it, I want it to explode like it's like elephant toothpaste. Like it's like
And
Elephant
What is
Toothpaste.
elephant toothpaste?
it's that chemical reaction they do in grade
Oh,
school.
where it's like foamy and it goes.
It goes
Yeah.
like shoots up. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so now roll an intelligence check.
Oh my gosh. 4 more big boys are coming in?
It
Not
splits into
good.
Just let me know.
I rolled a 9.
Nah, you recognize that it's not like the Blue Guy Smiths this time. It's not the same. But you know, it's not like it's different.
What happened? Does it have a body?
No, it's gone. It just mists away, almost like a fog.
It is. I know exactly what it. Go on.
You can talk about it after.
I
Okay,
know
so
exactly.
next up is this one who, seeing you destroy the big one, attacks you, Pippin.
It's like
This is my third nat 20 of the game.
oh
today.
no!
Yeah.
It's like mama.
Yeah. Ooh, and that's gonna be 8. Hey, stop it.
8 damage.
8 damage.
Oh,
8 piercing damages
I'm
and
alright.
bites and sinks into the meat of your forearm.
I like this. This battle is like really good.
Next up is this one who is gonna attack. Oh wait, sorry. Did you want Tenaculum to do anything? I
Yeah.
apologize. Yeah, sorry. You can do. I skipped that.
Maculum's gonna do acid spittle at that little dice right
9.
in front of him.
Yeah,
And I rolled a 16, I think.
16 hits.
Okay, and my damage is 5.
Oh, 5 blows up.
Tenaculum.
Another couple flow reaction
Nice.
in its body. It just destroys it. So now it actually doesn't have a turn to take because it's gone. That's why I want to offer.
The
it to
last
you.
goose is like.
Great.
Oh,
So now
there's
it's your
two.
turn.
Yeah,
There's
we're
2
just-
left. Yeah. They're looking pretty like
One's
hurt.
her. They're both her, right?
Yeah, no. Yep, no. This one actually has not even attacked you guys yet. It's just been like, well,
It's like.
Whole
It's,
time.
it's the nice
Made a
goose. It's just the
mistake.
one that just like followed along the other with the
it
other.
just hasn't had
It's
its.
a normal goose, it's not a mist goose.
Just like
It's just like
We just, you swing your sword and there's like blood everywhere. Oh my god!
yeah.
Okay.
Another innocent
So,
soul.
I'm just gonna take this time to cast a Cure Wounds on myself.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say, alright, keep it up, guys.
So
You're almost
on
done.
you feel that familiar
Kiss my
black
hand.
grip squeeze your heart and give you that like adrenaline energy rush.
Jeez, that hurt.
7.
So now
plus
it's
2.
it's this one's turn.
I'm
and
stand
this
up
one's
for
gonna-
5 too.
Oh, one second. I'm gonna roll to see who it hits. Even is Lonan, odd is Eerie. Even I said was Lonan.
Yep.
So 14 was even. Okay. So it flies over and is gonna take an attack on you, Lonan.
Good luck. I'm at 16 AC, right?
Yeah, it only is 13. So it misses.
Did you roll that with advantage right there?
Yeah,
Yeah, pack tactics.
there's 2 of them.
Pack tactics.
Yeah.
I'm like, keep rolling with advantage. I'm like, what's going on
Yeah, I'm just cheating.
here? I know.
No, they have pack tactics. Okay, so you are
He
up.
just
Lonan,
rolls
now.
and he's like, another 20!
He's just
Oh my
he's just
God.
Oh no.
So,
There's just all 20s.
Lonan, you're up.
all right.
Yep, you're up.
Okay. They're close again. So piercing strike with my rapier. That's the one right in front of me.
Yep.
All right. There we go. 23.
Okay, that hits.
Nice.
1d8.
Destroy it.
23. That's a good one.
Oh my god. 4 damage.
4 damage. That's just
Just
enough.
enough.
That's just
I rolled one
enough.
on my one, like seriously.
Okay, so it, you pierce through it again and like shish kebabs it right through.
Alright.
Take it home.
You have like 4 geese on your
How
right
big
here.
is how big is the goose's head like that's right in front of me right now?
How big is it?
Like is it like a smaller one? Like can I fit my head around it?
It's like a baseball, yeah.
Oh.
Alright, I'm gonna try to like bite its head right off with my
Okay,
my
so
next-
make your roll.
Alright, so my unarmed strike. Yeah. Unarmed is +1, I think, usually, right?
Yeah, because you have proficiency and your strength. So
So-
whatever.
Oh, my strength is well, regardless, it's 19. So,
Okay, that hits. So roll your
Okay.
damage.
which is just 1d6. Oh god, it's 2.
So you bite its head and it shatters beneath your teeth, and you taste this disgusting, foul, rotten smoke in
Okay.
your mouth.
Dang.
This dank smoke. But
And
it's
then
still
you look and
Before
the
the end of
geese,
my
the
turn,
geese
like-
neck, it's like a bomb.
Before the end of my turn, I'm like because then I'm in the wolf form, so I'm just like after we leave, we must get out.
yeah.
After
So
we leave, we
sorry.
must get out.
Once we're done fighting,
Truths are better than truths are more important than facts.
but it's still
I'm an
alive.
excited wolf right now. I gotta-
It's still flying. It's still
I'm
alive.
my wolf brain
Crushed
right
head. Its neck is flailing.
now. we leave,
And all of you see on your left, all of you were the only one who knew this from before,
Yeah.
but you see from beyond the building creeping
Oh,
hands
no.
so
So this huge
through
wall,
the
like-
pores in the walls as the mist clings and engulfs this building fully.
Okay, run.
Okay, one more.
Can we just run? Why
got
do we
one
gotta
more.
kill this goose?
So here, it's your turn.
We can do it. We can
I'm
do
gonna
it.
be like, we gotta go.
There's one more left.
If you kill it, we can all run without getting hit
Alright,
with
I'm gonna
attack.
try and kill it. I'm gonna go towards it with my quarterstaff.
5, 10.
This is a good combat. I like
Okay.
the wall of mist. It's cool.
I know.
good,
I got 14.
Oh, that hits.
Okay.
You guys haven't missed a single attack. Oh, you did. Never
I
mind.
did, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, get good.
Yeah.
So, okay,
And then
we can
when
skip the
we-
roll because you have a bonus. Your bonus is +4, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna kill it no matter what.
Okay.
So you can
Great.
just lost single attack.
6.
So it's dead.
It's dead.
I'm
Okay.
picturing like Willowa going like scattering it to or
you mean
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
even gonna pause after I hit it, and I'm gonna turn around and start running.
let's
Okay.
go.
Alright, so you can shut up the
Combat is over. You guys have killed all the geese, but the mist is so close to all of you guys.
So-
It's approaching so fast. We're out of combat now, so I'm gonna make you all roll a dexterity check.
Okay.
Yeah.
I drew it.
Oh shit.
Do I want to check? No, let's do a saving throw. Everybody do a dexterity saving throw. So keep your roll, but do your dexterity saving throw addition.
So we're adding to it, or
So you know that top small box?
turn off the map.
Right here, saving throws.
Yeah, that's your saving throw box.
No,
Add your
I'll
dex-
leave it on because we might do something.
No, we're not. There's
you're
nothing
not?
else.
Okay.
Yeah. This is all going to be
Okay.
theater of the mind.
yeah. Okay. 14.
14?
5.
9.
20.
Okay, so Lonan and Eerie, you guys managed to dash and have a quick run off. But Pippin and Gray, you were squatting on the flower pot and your feet get entangled. And Pippin, you get kind of blocked by. Lonan actually pushes you a little bit. And he doesn't mean to trip
Lonan's
you.
like, "Get
He doesn't
off
mean to
me."
trip you, but it's more, you can misjudge how frail Pippin is.
Yeah, and I'm
And he
like,
kind of stumbles a little bit.
Can I grab him on my way through if I?
And the Lugeist, actually, you guys are make it past, and the Lugeist comes and doesn't engulf them fully. But you guys trip and fall a little bit, and you guys get hit by it. So you guys
Oh,
are
no.
both going to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Oh, that's so bad.
Job.
6.
20.
6, 20. Okay.
Oh no.
So, Pippin,
Yeah.
you are going to take 16 poison damage.
I am unconscious.
No.
Gray, you're going to take 8.
You-
As
So-
the smoke, it doesn't engulf you.
Read
I
off-
grab
When did you heal
Tenaculum
up?
and I'm like, Tenaculum!
When did you heal up?
During fight.
You've been useless.
You're lucky. You would have dropped.
I killed the big goose
He
and
also has the stuff that
Noticing
we
that-
need.
Yeah.
in my bag.
It's-
So, but you guys, Gray, you're beside Pippin. You see him fall, and you see him get knocked unconscious.
He has the herbs we need. I want.
Could
You
I?
take my bag and leave me.
So Pippin collapses to the ground, coughing, and the smoke
Can I
slowly
attempt to catch him?
um, Yes, because you would have made it off of this now, but you would have got caught. So you can attempt to, I would say, athletics or acrobatics check for you. You can do either or.
Let's do athletics.
Uh-huh.
7.
7. So you do manage to catch him.
8, sorry.
You do manage to catch him, but you also stumble to the ground. So you catch him, you both get hit by this poison, and you stumble to the ground.
While running away, do we notice that they're not catching up to us?
You guys can both roll perception.
I mean, can they just turn around?
Well, it's an intense situation.
10. 20.
18.
18. So Lonan, you hear nothing. Lonan, you keep running.
Oh, I read the wrong one.
She
I
said
read,
20.
I read performance. 20.
Oh, so you're even higher. So, Lonan, you don't hear anything. You're very caught up. The mist. You have seen this much more than
I'm
anybody
just
else has
scared
so
of it, so I
far.
just run away.
Yeah. But Eerie, you hear this coughing, and you hear the grunt of Gray fall to the ground, and
Okay.
Pippin collapses onto him.
Gray's not unconscious, though.
Gray's awake.
Okay, I'm gonna run back
Okay.
and try and grab, I have no strength. But Pippin's pretty small. I'm gonna try and just grab him by, his clothes and,
Okay.
drag him out is what my intentions are.
Okay. So that will be a athletics.
You could have yelled for me, you know that, right? That's okay too.
You're a wolf and I don't know.
It's
I'm a
okay.
wolf.
You're
It's what Eerie would have thought to do,
Actually,
right?
Eerie-
She does. You guys don't know each other very much yet. I think it makes sense for Eerie
What you got again,
to.
wolf?
Yeah, sure.
Anyway,
So you're gonna roll a athletics check.
Nat 20.
No, my God!
You
really?
throw me like
Let
a
me see.
fireman.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, I
just
see it.
You just like that, shot.
So
thing.
Eerie, in this fit of courageous passion,
I'm just I killed so many geese for this this way.
Yeah, I'm like,
you grab Pippin's frail body
Yeah.
that's collapsed onto Gray and free up just enough
Before I
time.
ran in, I was like,
and then you hit the mist.
I'm
You're
like a fireman.
You run in and you see the swirling clouds, the claws of the mist grasping at you. You hear voices and laughter and
Oh,
a
creepy.
distorted
Cool.
and a familiar voice
Oh,
laughing
no.
in the mist
Yeah.
as you run. And grab Pippin and you also grab Gray by the
Well,
collar and
I've
help
got
him out.
that mom strength.
You do. Oh, that's
Yeah,
good.
you're like, come on, kids.
And single-handedly
Get to the
drag.
car.
So you help Gray
Get in
up.
the fucking van.
And you fireman carry right over your shoulder the small body of Pippin as Tenaculum balloons over top of him and floats. Tenaculum's fine.
As we're running, I'm just gonna lay on hands Pippin as well.
Okay, so how much are you dumping in?
2.
2?
Alright.
Okay.
Feels like it.
And I'm on
That's all
her
you have?
shoulders.
No, I have full 15, but.
Okay.
Well, I'm running because I'm far away from them. Am I
You-
seeing anything around us? Am I seeing a group of people running as well too?
No, you see nothing.
Okay, so there's nobody around us that are fleeing as well too. 'Cause
Nope.
I was trying to find out if anybody was left in this town that was just hanging out. Here.
There, from your knowledge and from you did do your due diligence. You didn't see anyone and you didn't hear anyone.
Am I so far ahead that if
How
I
much
were to
help
stop
did
and
you
turn
give me?
around, that I would see
2.
them running towards me?
Yeah, you can.
You're
This is only seconds. This happened within
Yeah,
20
yeah.
seconds.
Yep.
So by the time you're out, they're only 10 seconds. They're only a little bit behind you now. It's not a big
I was
gap.
running.
You might have not even noticed anything was wrong, other than the fact that Eerie is carrying Pippin.
Sure.
Yeah, fireman style.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that scared
You
me. Oh my
saved
god.
us.
How are you rolling so bad on your con
So are we
saves?
still running?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, you guys are running.
I'm up now. I have
I'm
help.
gonna, as I get into view of Lonan, I'm realizing I am not this strong.
No, you stumble once you
And
guys
I'm like,
make it out of town.
Help!
And you stumble and you definitely hear Eerie falling.
Okay.
And as you turn, you see the wall of the Lugeist halt.
Are we outside of town?
Yeah, and you guys
Where does
just
it stop?
stumbled. You guys just stumbled outside of the last border of the building. And as you stumble out, the Lugeist crawls and stops. The hands are still reaching out toward your ankles.
But it
they're
can't
not-
go past the town.
But it hasn't. It stopped at the border of the town.
It just wanted to absorb the
It didn't move any faster.
Interesting.
And that is where we'll end today's session.
Whoa!
All fun and dice.
Blue guys! We made it!
Good job, guys!
Yeah.
Good
That was
session's
awesome.
back.
A few questions
Jesus.
people had in chat was obviously is this homebrew or not? And
The setting is homebrew. It is a world I have completely made up myself. the whole world. Right now we are only on the continent of Drin, which is the central continent. In the next
What?
couple days, me and Nick will post some photos of our world map for you guys to see.
Join the Discord.
This
and
is
see
the
world
this is
map.
the country of Kaderth. This is where we currently are. Nick, flip to the other page, and they can see the continent of Drin. I can even point out
Right there.
in some of the locations where some of our party members are from. They're from actually quite multinational.
We're very multicultural.
Yeah,
Yes.
very multicultural.
If you guys have any questions right now in chat, like if the audio is okay, the video, stuff like that, let us know.
Or in-game questions.
In-game questions?
That too.
How's
Obviously,
the map looking? This is our first time with the map set up like this. I really like it. I feel as if we had a lot of room to work with. Even though you guys are stuck in this corridor because of the swans.
We'd like to hear questions about Saber specifically.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, any questions about Saber will be answered immediately.
Yeah.
More
Top
maps.
priority.
Yeah, I love how the camera's kind of over top it. Like definitely it's nice.
It looks
Yeah,
good.
I really like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
It seems like
my
D&D
phone.
Sundays. Some other channels I follow are also D&D.
Yeah.
Well, we were mentioning that we might try to do possibly like a Friday or Saturday night, depending on what, because to kind of switch it up a little bit, so we can get some more nights going. But
Yeah, just because sadly my work schedule only allows, if we're doing a morning session, it only allows every other weekend. But it would be nice to maybe even if we do.
Friday nights would be awesome.
Friday nights would
The
be
problem is
great.
that Willowa and Knack work sometimes
Yeah.
Friday night.
But if we could
it's
manage
very
it, if we could
hit
manage it,
and miss.
maybe every other Friday night.
Yeah.
And so we can do.
Yeah, we'll
bit
talk.
less.
We'll talk with the other players.
Another
figure
question
it
that we
out.
had was, is Willowa and Knack normally there? Yeah, they are
Yes.
normally here. They're just not available today.
So yeah, there were some family situations that they had to deal with. They will be back in the coming weeks, though.
Next session.
Hence why they're not that far.
So yeah,
Only
Ricky,
two
for
days
the
away.
characters that we have on the map, we'll probably zoom in a little, or not zoom in a little bit more, but probably angle them more down so you can see the actual characters next time.
Yeah. So what we have, and I should have announced this, you can see a little bit. I might make some other tokens. So I'm gonna pass Nick all of them. They all have different colored bases at the moment. So Lonan is white, Eerie is black, Gray is a metallic gray, Pippin and Tenaculum are green, Willowa is a nice light blue, and then Knack is a coppery color.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna make some better ones that don't have the characters on them, just so you guys can see them a bit better.
Yeah. We were experiencing some problems with the computer not liking like 5 million cameras plugged in, but it actually seemed to
It worked.
completely be fine. So
Yeah.
maybe if, well, the fix with the updates was the thing. So now we're going to be rendering episode 5, which is the one before today, tonight, and then tomorrow episode 6, which is the one right now, will be uploaded after that as well too.
So yeah, we have 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, we have 4, 5, and 6. Sorry, 4 is already uploaded.
Oh,
5
is
is
it?
Yeah.
5 is next, and then 6 will be uploaded
Yeah.
as well
Which
too.
we just filmed right now.
Yeah, the
Which is
uploading
awesome.
is like really fast. It's just the rendering with the editing software.
Yeah.
But if you guys have any questions, feel free to jump over to the Discord. Type !Discord in chat if you guys want to join it. Quite a few follows today, so thank you guys for that as well too. Appreciate it.
Don't worry, Telzon, it's only Twitch. You can't see anything, it's only my Twitch stuff. That's why my phone's here. It was hiding over here,
Yeah.
because it's like the map is right in front of my hands, as obviously you can tell.
Sound is a lot
It
better
looks like
today
your
than the
arms
last time
come
I
out of your
watched.
shoulders.
They do look like-
it looks
yeah.
like your hands
Hey.
just come straight from your shoulders.
Ricky says that time's a lot better now than the last time.
Sound, not time.
Sound.
Time is a lot better.
Yeah, time's a lot
Time.
better.
Honestly, the new room, the D&D room, is
Oh, yeah.
awesome to
I
have.
have so much
Perfect.
space.
Look at all this room we have.
Do you guys, one question I actually was curious about, do you guys like having like the white backgrounds like this, like just plain, or would you guys prefer to see things on the back?
Like,
I
we could-
like the white because if I went back when we were watching the last spots, I was like, oh, it's so too busy in the background. There's too much stuff happening.
Yeah.
I like
Maybe
the-
I would love to have something behind me.
I
It'd be
like
cool
the-
if we had like a
emblem.
thing that just said DM over top of you.
Oh, that'd be so
and
fun.
then like we had like our character names here on the walls would be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
I don't
Like
think
if
that
you
would be
painted
cool.
those, and then I could get rid of like the.
I
name
would
tag.
rather do decals just because if we ever decided we wanted to change, it would be we'd have to
Oh.
repaint the entire wall.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know about painting.
But like
the
you can do
wall.
like canvases.
Yeah.
I was more thinking
like
of
little
like our
paintings.
character. I was more thinking of leaving our names the way they are, but putting our characters above us,
Yeah.
like a painting of our portrait of our characters.
That'd be
So
cool.
Rachel, get on
That'd be
We
pretty
don't
sweet.
really have enough room.
Get painting.
Yeah, painting.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well,
Yeah,
that
thanks
is it
for
for us.
listening.
Thanks
Yeah.
again. I'll be
Stick
on.
around.
Stick around.
I'll be on after this, guys, for a little bit. So thanks again for sticking around, and I will be uploading both episodes today and tomorrow, as I mentioned. So if you guys have not checked out the YouTube channel, please do so, and we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.